adjusting your breasts. You fainted and they shifted all out of whack. There.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women, sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Everybody, it's What Toys?
Wow, it's been a long time since we've been together.
I think it's been January.
Yeah, January.
Maybe,
you know what? Look, getting political. I don't like politics with my toys.
I wasn't politics. That was coming.
Actually, that's what we're doing, and I do like politics with my toys. Half the toys I have here are political. I just want you to say.
Oh my God!
Yeah, as I wipe them off, wipe the boxes off.
Right, but hey, look, The Office.
Yeah, I mean,
different angle, different perspective.
I'm an hour east of where I was before. So
we're both in different positions. Ladies.
It's always good. Yeah, it's good to see you, sir. I'm good to see my friend. Good to be back talking toys. I haven't really talked toys in a long time.
Neither have I, and I've been like itching like a guy with thrush. So
I actually, being that, I have not bought a lot of toys lately because I've, having moved domiciles, all the money is getting sucked up there. But I will say I got to give a shout out to our boy from our agent from Martino on the border,
Martino Simone,
somewhere on the border of Italy and Switzerland or Sweden and Switzerland. And he sent me for my birthday, and I was gonna, you know what? It's funny because I haven't actually put it together yet. I put together his A-Team van, the Aston Martin, which
DB5.
is actually the DB5 is it's up there, and the Enterprise, which is hanging over there, which you can't see, but he sent me Kit Knight Rider.
Yes, same
for my birthday, and it's funny because I never had Playmobil toys. They're kind of a European thing. I mean, and I love them. I mean, they made the putting together part is really fun.
I'm not when I say I'm not a Playmobil fan, it wasn't a toy that I got. What I love about the Playmobils that Martino's been sending us is the themes, the thematical aspect of it. So to have this Star Trek Playmobil is actually crazy funny. But then when you're getting Knight Rider, the A-Team, a James Bond DB5, you're like, the people at Playmobil, they know exactly what they're doing here,
Yeah. And
this is an 80s greatest hits type of business.
They're putting out a bird of prey, a Klingon bird of prey. But that Enterprise toy is amazing. I mean, the engineering and how it all went together and all the stickers you had to put on. I loved putting it together. And it comes with the hanging. It's got a great stand if you want to put it up on a shelf. But the hanging device, like they actually made it, the engineering, so they give you the plastic, it's like plastic thick fishing line.
Yes,
you string it through the hull, and so it's suspended by the saucer section, and it works really, really well. Like I bought a wire, and I screwed in a hanger into the wood beams above me, and it hangs beautifully. It's really cool. And every time I walk in, I'm like, oh yeah, it's like it's seeing the toy anew every day.
Yeah, it's been crazy since I last saw you. I mean, my house has been emptied, or I don't know if I could. Now it's a house. Before it was a toy factory. It was a toy warehouse, and I don't have any trouble talking about it now. But I had my camera, like when I was at this position here, I had my camera positioned so that you couldn't see anything to really that side or that side. You could see a bit of mess behind me. But literally, I had boxes stacked up there, mate.
Oh yeah,
you know, they were up to there, just empty boxes of hot toys that were being displayed just willy-nilly everywhere. Full boxes, you know, tubs of stuff in my bedroom behind me, which is now it's a bedroom. It has a bed. It has a chest of drawers. That's the bedroom. It was tubs upon tubs upon tubs upon tubs. So much so that the entrance, I couldn't shut the door because the entrance was busy with it. It was all the way blocking the wardrobes, going down the side of the bed and on half of the bed. I had tubs laid out. So I was sleeping on half of a bed with plastic tubs of toys. And then down in the front room, I mean, the kitchen had the two 1 in 4 statues, it boxed up still. So that was my breakfast table.
Did you take Mark out? Battle of Planets?
Oh, yeah. I've shown you Mark.
I don't think I've seen it.
I'll show you Mark in a moment.
I'll
show you Mark in a moment then. So that was Mark and Siri in those boxes. And then in the front room, something that we lovingly refer to as Toy Mountain was on one of the sofas. Just one of the two twin sofas was literally nearly up to the ceiling with boxes and cardboard and Jabba the Hutt and Hulkbuster and Lego and and it got to the point, and literally the whole front room was, I couldn't see the TV no more. I could barely do anything. And I think it got to February of this year, and I was just like, I have lost control. I've absolutely lost control of the situation. I don't know what to do. So I called my brother up and I was just like, bro, I've lost control. It's a madhouse here. I need help. And he's like, no problem. I'll come up, you know, feed me, water me, and we'll get it sorted. So from, I think it was about March onwards, he came up in March and he's been like 3 or 4 times since. And we've literally cleared the whole house out. I've now got a storage unit that I'm renting every month, a big storage unit, and that's nearly full. That is actually nearly full. The worst thing about the storage unit is I'm not that I can still fit some more stuff in. I'm just concerned that I've maxed out the insurance.
Well, I'm just glad that you realized that there was a problem.
Oh, yeah.
And you got help.
I've learned to say the word to no.
Apparently,
a little bit.
You know, you got to that point before Ezra Miller did, so you're faster than him.
Got an Ezra Miller to show off you if you want.
You know, it's funny. I on the John Campea show, I actually was going to bring my Flash toy and put him up on the shelf. In front of me.
The Flash or the Future Flash?
Either one.
Okay.
and or that's an interesting dichotomy. And then I realized maybe I shouldn't do that because people get triggered. I mentioned that I was going to do it on the show, and people are like, that's disrespectful. And I'm like, all right, okay. It's funny. It's
if bodies start turning up, okay,
yeah.
Maybe I think.
Yeah, I'll take it down. But I mean, since we've last seen each other, there has been so much stuff that has come out.
Oh yeah,
I mean, Hot Toys, keeping up is insane. You
know, not just come out, but caught up because of the supply line now opening up and so many pre-orders just flooding in.
I mean, and then you've got new players like Queen Studios and their in-art figures, you know, that they're Joker and Gandalf and now Pattinson's Batman and the Bruce Wayne figure.
Oh, we're going to talk about that. Don't you worry.
Yeah. And I mean, there's just so much toy goodness, and even third-party stuff is out of control. I mean, I got to tell you, So Toys been crushing it. XO6, you know, with their, I mean, man, but we have a lot to talk about.
I mean, there is a ton. Let's start off with a little bit of sad news. Eaglemoss have gone into administration.
Now, can you please explain to me, being British, what does that mean? Because Eaglemoss is a British company that has been around since the 70s.
Sure.
And for those of you who don't know, I was just showing you this. I loved Eaglemoss. We were both getting their Enterprise D, and I think I was $1,000 into it.
Oh, I'm balls deep. I'm right up to the current.
And Ben Robinson, the head of the company, said he's still working on it. But, you know, one of the things that I always liked to pick up when I could were these, you know, their XL, their large scale die-cast ships, Star Trek ships. And, you know, it's so funny because I always thought they would be around. Well, now they're selling out everywhere. You know, I'll have to probably go to next week to the Star Trek convention if I wanted to. I don't think I'm going to make it, but you know, I love these. I recently got
there won't be many people then.
the Orinoco, you know, and it's such a bummer because I really loved when Eaglemoss was on point. They were really on point, and they really were doing well. They put out all the Star Trek reprint graphic novels of the comics, and I was a huge Eaglemoss fan. I got their part works of the Aston Martin, the 1/8 scale DB5, which is great. And then, you know, getting the Enterprise D, which we're never going to get finished. I'm so pissed about that.
Well, it's not completely dead. It's not completely dead. He said he's talking to other companies about finishing it off.
Yeah.
So it's not. I mean, let's just say I ain't getting too excited.
No.
But administration is basically.
Yeah. What is that?
It's essentially where people come in and they fire everyone and they sell over your assets to try and equate back the money that you owe. And then you can either come out of administration and go for it again, or you can just basically fold. And the vast majority, once administration has happened, fold, which is the sad thing. But yeah, it's like what I understand from what's happened, they've basically fired everyone.
Right.
From Eaglemoss. So the administrator's gone in, they basically fired everyone to get rid of overhead.
Right, sure.
And so that doesn't bode well for Eaglemoss continuing in the future. If it comes out of it, you know, if it pays off its debts, it liquefies and pays off debts. Yeah, I mean, this is like uber frustrating. Sorry to make this about me. But, you know, I actually did have the Enterprise D model on Sideshow on pre-order, and I paid it off.
Yeah, that was with a different company.
Yeah, and that was with a different company that went into administration. And thankfully, because I did it through Sideshow reimbursed me. I think by the way, the customer service in Sideshow was second to none. They're fantastic.
Yeah.
So I took that money. That was my Last of Us 2 money from Sony. I took that money and I put it into the Eaglemoss build your Starship Enterprise D.
Yep.
I'm up to date with what they've released. You know, I've got all of the shuttlecraft that they gave for free.
Yeah, those are great.
They was a fantastic. They're actually in a cabinet right now, and I got the beautiful hardback Enterprise D book.
Yep.
And all of that, and I've got all the parts in a big tub.
Yeah.
All the books and all the parts, so you can just reference the book you need and then pick up the bag that says the number and get on with it. This is my second Enterprise D that I feel like I'm never going to own this in the manner that I want to own it.
No, and you know, a lot of people, somebody in the chat was mentioning that there's a lot of build issues with that Eaglemoss Enterprise D, but I'm like, I didn't mind that because when it all went together, it would be cool anyway. You know, it's hard. And there was a guy that was doing modifications on it that I thought were really, really good. The real problem with that Enterprise is it was so chock-a-block full of lights.
Yes.
You know, and they were under and over the lattice, the inner lattice work of the frame. But if you want to get it, you know, you still could. I had a similar, so I had been also getting the part works from the space battleship Yamato Andromeda that's 4.5 feet long. And it was fine. My Japanese buyer was buying it, but because of supply chain issues, like the middle, like 10 volumes for like 2.5 months, it was all skewed. So he was going to send them all to me because I love the Starship Andromeda. It's huge, and now I'm getting the next ship in the series. But again, because of supply chain issues, I have to wait to get these parts, and I hope I get them because I'm very, I'm like $2,500 into that kit, and I want it so badly, and it's all out, but supply chain issues derailed some of the release of it. So hopefully,
I mean, at least it's all out.
Yes, but I can't, I mean, and it's huge. I mean, it's gigantic. I can't wait. I think I'm gonna hang it up. I don't know if I can hang it with the electronics, but I I want to hang it right over my desk.
Did you see the Optimus Prime video that I put up yesterday?
Yeah, you actually got the real transforming Optimus Prime.
Yes.
How great is that? I watched that video.
It's colossal. Let's just show it off in case anyone in the stream. This is and I just put out another video before the stream, which I'll show as well. But this is. Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Transform.
Dude. I mean,
Prime.
Greetings.
Transform.
That's just insane. Can you imagine if we had stuff like that when we were kids?
No,
still kids.
I actually could not. I could not imagine that. That's the weird thing. And this is what I took just before the stream began, because I'm just starting to play with voice commands. Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Attack.
Prepare for battle.
Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Defend. Defend. Didn't want to defend at first.
Engage the enemy.
You do have the axe, by the way. For
Hey,
that
Optimus
hand.
Prime.
Greetings.
Fire.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
Crazy.
Dude, now how big is that? Like, how tall is it?
Okay, well, the reason why I wanted to bring this up is they're now releasing the trailer for it as well, which is going to be fully automatic like this. Open up. The trailer is going to be 3 foot long. This guy is about 20 inches tall. It is big.
Wow.
So I just have to get the trailer now. This 3 foot trailer, and it connects onto the back and everything. And you can say, "Hey, Optimus Prime, roll out." And if he's in robot form, he'll just transform into truck mode and then go.
Wow.
This is an app which people are adding to as well. So before, you used to say, "Hey, Optimus Prime, convert." That was the word to transform. But now people are just like, "Fuck, convert." So they've had it programmed to transform. So when you say transform, it transforms. And there's different words that you can use that it will transform. And if, for example, it was holding the gun earlier, and I said a command that I thought would be different to what happened, and it started to transform. And because it's holding the gun, obviously the gun can't go through. So when it sticks to a point it can't go, it just stops and then says, left elbow has been, compromised. So left elbow, you need to reset to put back. So you take the gun off, you just press the reset button, and then it just literally goes back to transforming again. It's so well done.
Wow. That's so cool.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, I've had it. The irony is, I bought it last April 2021. It arrived with Gary around about February of this year. Yeah, February, March of this year. And I've been waiting since like March for this to get shipped from Gary's to mine. And he managed to get it off before he went to Las Vegas. And so when it arrived, oh wow. And it is beautifully packaged as well.
Oh, well, you know, I got to tell you, speaking of stuff that's, so as you know, we're both Jazz Inc. fans.
Hell
Jazz
yeah.
Inc. dioramas. So I recently checked. I want to make sure, because I had ordered the 66 Batmobile.
Same.
And you know, I want to make sure, and sure enough, it's paid off. It was paid off and everything, and it says that mine will be arriving at the end of October.
Same.
And I think we're first batch. I mean, I've heard
yes.
September might be, but maybe. And I cannot wait. I have never really taken my Hot Toys Adam West Batman and Burt Ward Robin out of the boxes. I've never really done it. And I cannot, I know they're so, I cannot wait to put those both inside the Batmobile.
Oh God, this is quite spooky. You know the stuff that I've got from Jazz Inc. It's insane.
Now, have you got, since I've seen you last, has any of that arrived? Have they finished?
No.
Okay.
So the last thing that I got from Jazz Inc. was I think it was the Vulture.
Right. And what did you think of the Vulture?
I never took it out of the box. It's in box and it's in storage because that was a very integral part of Toy Mountain downstairs.
Right. Okay.
But I've got both of the Batwings.
Right.
I've got the 95 Batmobile, the 66 Batmobile. I have the Bat computer from Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
I have the Snow Speeder. I have the Batman Batmobile. And I have the Bat Signal.
Right.
I have one payment of $320 and everything is paid off.
That's over 10 grand. What you just described.
Yeah.
Let's see. I've got the cargo bay, the rest of the Millennium Falcon cargo bay coming. The snow speeder. Are you getting the gray snow speeder or the orange snow speeder?
I think I'm getting the orange. I'm getting the Luke Skywalker.
Oh, that's the gray one.
Oh, it's I'm getting the gray one.
Rogue.
Red one or whatever.
Rogue one,
gold one or whatever.
Yeah, that's. I get the gray one. That snow speeder. And since now that Jazz Inc. is an official Warner Brothers licensee, all that Batman stuff has to go through a whole nother layer of approval. So they've only improved that stuff. They've only made it better.
Oh, well, I mean, I watched the updates from Just.
Yeah.
And
by the way, I really appreciate he has been doing regular videos explaining to everybody exactly what's going on. It's great. And they changed their website. I used to hate their website.
It's so much better now.
It's so much better now. Oh my God. I didn't even know where was I? Like, I'm like, what have I paid off and what haven't I didn't know?
Yeah, you had to really kind of like scroll back and forth through pages, and it was so annoying. And then this is just got it lined up so beautifully.
It's great.
But yeah, I've got no problem when he says, look, it's going to be a little bit late because we discovered this has got a this, and what we wanted to do is a this. Yep. And I'm like, that's cool. Because I know ultimately at the end of the day, I'm getting a better product and getting a more thought out product.
Yep.
So I don't got any issues with that kind of stuff. And to be honest with you, with the fact that there's such a small band of people, but my God, I mean, to have already got when they already got the prototype for the Batmobile, the Batman's Batmobile, and then like, hey, we're gonna do it in 2 different types. We're gonna do it in either clean or we're gonna do it in disheveled, as it's mud everywhere because it's been out, and you can choose, and you're just like,
I know. Yeah, and I was really upset, that they suddenly Hot Toys was like, oh, we're gonna do one, and then In Art's like, well, we're gonna do one too. I'm like, I mean, I understand that they Jazz Inc. is a small company, but they were there first, you know.
They're there first. It's going to go down to quality.
Yep.
You know, the quality of the product, and you know, from what I've seen of just product so far and Jazz Inc.'s product so far, excellent.
Yeah.
What I'm more happy with is the not in a nasty way at all. Just I think because it's better for everyone. What I like to see is now the introduction of Queen Studios, etc., to join in the 1 in 6 race.
Yeah.
And I want to just bring up a couple of things if I can here.
We should set that up and say, okay, Queen Studios was basically a statue and a bust company, really high end silicone.
Sorry, I'm just going to fill up my water bottle. You fill them in on Queen, and I'll fill up my water bottle.
Okay, so Queen Studios is this company that did like 3rd scale statues and things like that. And they have jumped into the high end figure market and even higher end than Hot Toys. And they've got licenses for things like the Batman, Lord of the Rings, and the Batman movie franchise, and other things like the Matrix and stuff like that. And their first offering was Heath Ledger as the Joker from The Dark Knight. And then their second offering was Gandalf. And the price point on these, the Heath Ledger Dark Knight Joker comes with 2 different figures. And it's about $1,000 for the 2-pack. So their figures they're gonna be basically $500 each. And that's much more expensive, of course, than Hot Toys is. But no one so InArt is Queen Studios division of InArt is their 6 scale figure division. And that's what it is. So InArt is part of Queen Studios. But their figures look to be incredible. The rooted hair, you look at pictures of their Gandalf figure, you'd be hard pressed to tell whether that's Ian McKellen or an action figure. So it's really incredible. And that's you know, it's for us figure collectors here. The real thing is I guess it's an existential question. The real thing is it worth it? Like, how great do you need an action figure to be? Now, I will say, because as isn't here, like I was able to acquire. Well, I'll wait till he's here. I mean, people have seen it on my shelf, but here, I'll show it to you anyway. So this was one of my Grail pieces. I'm a fanatical Prince fan, and there's only 30 of these in the world, and I've been looking for this. Is the most expensive figure I've ever purchased.
Wow!
But a guy from Britain. There's 30 of these figures in the world. This is number 1. This is the first of the figure, and everyone knows. You can see right behind. This is my 6 scale shelf of my rock band. And Ebony Maw is there too, and Vampirella is their groupie. But I got Freddie Mercury, Elvis is behind Ebony Maw, Jimi Hendrix, John Lennon. I've got Bob Marley and Bowie coming, and then of course Prince. So this is one of my Grail figures. I was able to get it. I love this figure, and it was some dude in the UK who had it, and it went up on Facebook, and I was like, I need that right now. I contacted him. I said, dude, I don't have the money for you right now. Let me send you some as a deposit. Took me a couple of payments, but I finally got it, and I love this figure so much. But I don't know what that has to do with InArt. I just figured I'd show something. So I gave him the whole thing on InArt, but yeah. So I mean, even the boots, everything is.
Oh yeah.
The back is all dusty.
Cuban heels.
Oh yeah. I mean, I love this figure so much. And he also, the guy who sent this to me, included a Jim Morrison, a beautiful unpainted Jim Morrison head sculpt.
Oh wow!
Now I got to find somebody to paint it for me, and then I've got to find...
I know a guy.
Do you know a guy?
I know a guy. I know a very good guy who contacted me on Instagram and said, "These are all the custom heads that I make," and he showed his custom heads and stuff, which were out of this world.
Oh. Okay.
And he said, "You want one? You just tell me what you're after."
Wow, because
So I should be able to set you up there, I think.
yeah, I love the doors. I'm gonna have to I gotta figure out a way to then it's not just the doors, it's the costume.
It's the windows.
The Lizard King. Yeah,
It's
the whole house.
It's
So
hey,
know, right?
Let's get a little bit basic then. This is Hot Toys The Batman 1 in 6.
Yeah.
And the reason why I want to go through this is we're going to do a comparison. So this is the Hot Toys 1 in 6 of the Batman. It's got the bats. Is it a bat? It is actually like a bat. What do they call these? Like a bat cape or whatever. For swooshing through places. You can get this one with or without the bat signal. It's got his Bruce Wayne head, which has sculpted hair, and then you've got your little bits on the suit. I think it looks great.
Now, what we haven't talked about this, but what was your feeling about Matt Reeves' The Batman movie? Did you like it?
I thought it was a great 2-hour movie that went on for 3 hours.
Right. Okay. But what about Pattinson's Batman?
I think a lot of potential for him with the right direction. A lot of potential for him with that direction because he Pattinson's a really good actor, and I think obviously because of Sparkly Vampire, that's gone throughout his whole career. But this guy's he's legit. He's legit.
By the way, this face sculpt is pretty damn impressive.
It's very good indeed. I think the whole model is very good indeed. This is why I want to do a comparison, because you got this, wonderful suit. And I do love this suit from the Batman, by the way. The only very minor annoyance is no bat ears on the symbol. But that's my own OCD, I guess. Little Right. But it's great. It's superb. I think it's in a tremendous representation. I do have the Bat Cyclone pre-order, and they're the different bases that will come with it. So this is superb.
Yeah,
I think just from the from the actual prototypes that they show off, and I could not believe. Well, let's pick the big one. I could not believe when I logged on to Spec Fiction last week. And let's go with we're gonna have to do it this way. This is what was on Spec Fiction, which is their 1 in 6.
Right.
Of the Batman. Now this is the trio set. This is the Bruce Wayne Prestige, Batman Prestige, and then the Bat Signal. And the Bat Signal is so incredibly weathered compared to the Hot Toys one.
Right. Yep.
I was just blown away. Absolutely insane. And then they really have got the gray right.
Yep.
On the suit. And I'm just like, you are shitting me here. And then you've got the beautiful collar. And this head is rooted hair.
Yeah.
So you have the rooted hair Bruce Wayne, a rooted hair Batman. And I'm just like, you are kidding me. How good this is.
Yeah, people are saying, can you zoom in? Can you blow that up a little bit?
I probably could just increase the page size. Here we go. Yeah. There we go, folks. So let's just drop back so you can see.
And the thing is, we haven't yet been given a we don't have the InArts figures yet. We don't have one of their figures in hand yet. But I'm like, are their faces made of silicone? I don't know what they're. What are they made?
Still might beating hard if they were.
I know, and I'm like, because their life-size busts are.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're insane. And so, I mean, I don't know if it's just plastic. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
This is the all. There you look at that weathered bat's signal,
Bruh.
Oh, you know, the scenes that you could create. Look at that, Bruce Wayne.
No, it's incredible.
Rooted hair.
Brian Hepburn says there's supposed to be medical grade silicone.
The faces on the 1 in 6s.
Yeah, that's what Brian Hepburn's saying.
Are you kidding me?
Dude. I mean, come on. I mean, if that's the case, and that, you know, the thing is,
they are more expensive than Hot Toys.
Yeah, they are. But that would be, I mean, the only thing, I mean, obviously getting marquee characters like Batman and Gandalf and Joker, even though they're now directly competing with Hot Toys, you know, I get it. And the funny thing is in a way, I'm kind of bummed out at the lack of diversity in terms of subject matter from the big toy companies. Like, they're not going to make a lot of off-brand characters. Like, I look up at my Sideshow Snake Plissken from Escape from New York,
sure,
that I got like 10 years ago or whatever. I like that figure, but I would love to see an in-arts version of Snake Plissken. You know, with it from Escape from New York, with all the accessories, accoutrements, whatever, with rooted hair, with a silicone face. I mean, it's great that we're getting all this stuff, but then again, I also know that the lesser known subject matter, the people won't buy it.
At least for them. Well, put it this way, they've got to compete.
Yeah.
If you're coming into the marketplace, you got to compete. You got to come in hard. So you can't come in soft with offbeat.
Right.
You got to come in hard with saying, who's the big boy? Batman's a big boy. Look at the Hot Toys. Batman looks great. Yeah. Look at our Batman.
Yeah, and
latex skin, rooted hair. You're like, fuck.
I mean, it's incredible. Incredible.
But look at the third party market. Look at what they're putting out at the moment.
Oh, well, again,
they're putting out mid-transition bloody Lizard. For goodness sake, and stuff.
I mean, I have to say that we were talking about it, but from Night Toys, and they only made 75 of these. You've got yours. I have here. I just got this with the Fison body. You know, I love this figure. I
adore it.
It is so. This figure is so great. And I love the head sculpt. It's like an Alex Ross painting. And
yes, this is yes.
And the Fison body is just incredible. I love, this like raised rubber insignia is so cool. And this is unlicensed third party, and they only made 75 of these.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, I mean, this figure was very expensive, but worth every penny. I mean, for a non-actor, look at that head sculpt.
The head sculpt's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, look, I'll be perfectly honest. Your image is not doing it justice.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe because there's a very flat lighting angle on it.
Yeah.
Like I put the lighting from the top down to get that Alex Ross look.
Right.
For Kingdom Come. And it just, it hits the cheekbones, it hits the jaw, it hits everything.
I mean,
perfectly.
And again, if this is the quality with this Fison body, which also has a metal an inner skeleton. So the Fison bodies are silicone bodies with metal armatures inside them.
Can you put your head close the head of it closer to the camera, please? Okay. Right, hold on. Spot the difference.
Wow. Those are different heads.
I got a kiss. Yeah, I got a kiss curl.
Wow. I didn't.
There you go.
Wow, look at that. Very interesting. Well,
that's that, they're individually sculpted, the heads.
Yep. But I mean, like you said, the third parties are killing it, and they're making things like, you know, the Ebony Maw or the Space Wizard. And I some of the Obsidian Order, or I mean the Black Order, are better than others, but I really like Ebony Maw.
I've got to be honest. I have had some major problems getting shipment from Toys Wonderland.
Me too.
Just gone missing. Just about 2 or 3 now have gone missing, never to be seen again. They didn't refund me for a line which had been completely cancelled, and I'd ordered like 8 or 9 of them.
Was it the Squid Game figures?
Mm-hmm. So I had to go chasing for that to get my money back off of them. And I haven't received 2 items that have been shipped from 1-in-6 Outfitters. So the only place that I feel very confident with shopping in right now is Sideshow, because Sideshow have delivered every time. And if there's been a problem, and I've had a couple of problems, but which weren't Sideshow's problem.
Right, yeah. But the problem
Like
with Sideshow is they'll never sell you third-party figures.
They'll never, yeah, exactly. That's an official site. It's an official site only. You're only going to get official product. But the point is, you know, I've probably had like $500 worth plus of product in thin air. AliExpress never turned up.
Yeah.
You know
what? I think the 1-6 kit. You said 1-6 kit. You said 1-6
Outfitters.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've gotten everything I've ever ordered from them. Sometimes it takes a while.
My Demon Slayer Archer didn't turn up. My Demon Slayer Healer didn't turn up.
Did you get a shipping notice from them?
I got a shipping notice that had been shipped.
Wow. Okay.
And that was it. Then I had my Detroit Become Human 2-pack of Connor, Good Connor and Evil Connor.
Right.
AliExpress gone. Never. We delivered it at your post office. What do you mean you delivered it at my post office? What are you talking about? Never to be seen again. And then there was 2 more which I'd have to look into what they actually were. Oh yeah. One of them was the one of them was our little Japanese girl with the machine guns.
Oh yeah, I got.
Never turn up.
Wait, is that the blue one or the other one? The
pink. I think we're the one with the pink gun.
Yeah, I got mine, but
I didn't get mine. I got it even shipped. Never turned up.
Wow.
So I've really I haven't ordered anything from Toys Wonderland for a while now. Same with 1-6 Outfitters.
I did just get this from 1-6 Outfitters.
Okay.
And I totally forgot that I ordered it. It's just like, wait, what? And I thought it was Ryan Gosling as Detective K from Blade Runner 2049.
No, that's Daniel Craig.
It's Daniel Craig. I don't even remember ordering this figure.
Craig.
Did you get it?
No. I got my Batwoman though. All 2 of them. Maybe all 3 of them.
This is actually I'm pretty happy with this. You know, it's pretty good.
Not too bad.
No, yeah.
You know who it is, but you know who it is immediately.
Yeah. But I've never. This is the first time I've even taken it out of the. I
think a little too blonde.
Yeah, he is a little too blonde, but yeah. But I'm happy with him. You know, he'll definitely go next to other Bond figures. I can do a whole Bond display. But it was kind of cool that I mean, it just showed up. I'm like, what is this? I was
my Vision turned up with a broken arm. So that's not Sideshow's fault because the arm had been it's been broken clean at the joint.
Oh yeah.
So it's been broken in manufacturing.
Right. Yeah.
Not in packaging. So I contacted Sideshow and I was just like, you know, this is arrived with a broken arm. And I, you know, showed a picture off where it was, etc. And they said, we're really sorry, but the allocation of stock is allocated, it's gone, you know. So they actually gave us a pretty substantial discount on. They said you can either refund it, return it, and get all your money back, or you can keep it and we'll give you a substantial discount.
Look, I have to say, I'm really, like you said, I've always been a fan of Sideshow. I know that they were going after a lot of the third-party sellers, and they were doing some, but you know, they're just protecting their business. I mean, I get
the
it.
business, but now that I've had some really bad experiences with them, I'm sort of
With Sideshow,
kind of on the Sideshow's behalf at the minute.
oh, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I mean, Sideshow. I've always liked that. I've always liked Sideshow, and like you said, their customer service is great. It's great, and you know, it's funny. I went and looked. I was like, "Where is my Wandering Earth?" Like, I had ordered a bunch of stuff from Sideshow that I thought was paid off, and I went and looked, and they somehow switched over their PayPal thing. So my PayPal card, yeah, I mean, I just got that figure. I've been dying to. I literally before the show, got the figure, and look how great is that figure? I mean,
insane.
oh my god!
Oh, I was going to show you box, because the box is amazing.
Oh yeah, so here's the box for it. Obviously, it's from the Chinese film The Wandering Earth. I have not opened it all the way up, but this is an official Wandering. It's not a third. It's from Damn Toys.
Damn Toys.
But it's.
Well, I got my second one of them.
I know. Oh my god!
This is the second member of the team, and look at that chain gun.
And that's the most expensive of the three, and they're still available at Sideshow. They're like, I think that one's $370.
But I mean, when you see the level of detail, folks, on it, I mean, I'll try and put this close to the camera, but
dude,
when you just see all the colorization, the cabling, this, you know, this works. This works. It opens up. You can actually have him holding the Gatling gun. That's the drum for the bullets from the Gatling gun. Which slides on.
Yeah, it's incredible.
The helmets are all detachable. These come off. They come off, and then you can see the level of detail on the actual.
You know, I have to say, Damn Toys. I haven't even opened this bad boy up.
I love Damn Toys.
But here is the Damn Toys. I was going to open it on the show. This is the Golden Years Godfather figure.
2 seconds.
Sorry. This I haven't even opened it up. I've got the tuxedo, but this, I mean, this is a hefty, beefy box full of goodness. And this, he's either you can have him in his death when he dies, sitting in the chair, or you can have him when he gets gunned down in the street with the bag of oranges.
Nice.
Haven't opened this yet. I'll open it up later. But
and this is the third member of the team, the medic.
Come on, dude.
Look at those syringes on her. She has a brilliant. Now, I love the way that they position her pistol.
Do you have to put all that together?
No.
Okay, good. Because I'd be like, oh my god.
All you got to do is there's like a couple of things. The Gatling gun you got to put on.
Yeah, sure.
Because you could decide to hold it. Other than that, it's literally just putting the gun in the holster.
Yeah.
And then putting the gun and whatever hands you want and the helmet on.
Wow.
All this stuff here, it's packaged up like this.
Wow.
Which is insane. Look at the detail, folks.
Incredible.
And then I'll show them off now. There's a movie which came out. This is a Chinese movie. It was on Netflix for a little bit.
Yeah, it was on Netflix.
It's off Netflix now. Or at least in the UK, which is sad. But at least I got to see it. It's all right. It's quite a fun film, I thought.
Yeah.
Disaster movie in space, you know?
Yes.
And then there's a movie which came out in Hong Kong.
Oh, yeah, you showed me this.
A movie that came out in Hong Kong
August 12th
on August 12th.
Yeah.
And because Hot Toys Hong Kong company, folks.
Right.
They have already put up for pre-order I imagine which are the two main dudes. And look at these guys.
Yeah, I mean, okay, this is something I think is so cool. I don't know if these are going to make it to the American market. I don't know. Is Sideshow going to carry these?
This is on Sideshow for pre-order right now.
Oh, it is. Oh, well then, oh my God. How cool
and
are those?
I have just gobbled these two boys up.
I mean, as a Warhammer 40K
they're
guy,
both there. They're both on this picture here.
You must have looked at those and go,
oh yeah.
Click.
Oh yeah. Any sort of futuristic soldier type thing, I'm in. I'm in for that. And I saw these two and I was just like, holy cow, they look incredible. And this guy's eyes on his mask are red. This guy's eyes are blue on his mask. So they've even got a little bit of differential there. But just like, hello, I'm in. I'm in for this sort of business. And then I think there you go. Here's the other guy from the movie. So they just look superb.
So good.
And I think this guy here is meant to be like a really famous Chinese actor. Because they don't need no West for their movies. They don't need none of that. They do pretty well on their own in their own country type of business. So yeah, they look super. I'm just like, look at that.
So good.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I had to.
Something I had to do that I've been looking at for years, but I finally pulled the trigger. I got the Blitzway Tyler Durden 2-pack.
Nice.
Just open these up.
That face sculpt looks pretty damn good.
Oh, it's great. I mean, he comes with all these accessories. I mean, he comes with the golf clubs and they're golfing outside. And there's two different. So here he's, and you're supposed to put a cigarette in his mouth so it fits in his lips, But this is I literally just opened this. So they make two of these. There's two different ones, and I'm looking at. I mean, I guess I can't open the box, but I'll get the other one. The other one is the bald head, the shaved head.
Oh yeah.
And again, and then if you bought them both, it came with a special accessory, his bathrobe, which is
the frilly bathrobe.
Yeah, the frilly bathrobe. So here, I'll get the other one out. And these figures are chock-a-block full of accessories. They've got all the sunglasses and
oh, hey, speaking of Dam's toys, by the way, because I'm a gamer. A big fan of the Resident Evil franchise. They released about last year, 18 months ago. What's in the box? They released.
I mean, come on.
The Resident Evil 2 remake, Leon Kennedy, 1 in 6. So it came with his Raccoon City. Police department. Shitloads of accessories, guns, keys from the game, all this sort of stuff. Look great. Then been a big gap, but they now have put up for pre-order the Claire Redfield.
Oh wow! Okay.
From the remake, and alongside it, 2 more figures, Leon and Claire from the remake, but in the original 1998 outfits.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yes.
Dude,
that is really awesome.
I'd never taken this figure out of the box. This figure is fucking great. Even the bottom of the shoes and everything.
Good sculpt. Yeah.
Yeah, and the sculpt, the face sculpt is great on this. Really good. Wow, I'm very pleased with this purchase. I mean, I've got so many of these figures that now that I'm in a place where I'm not leaving until I'm dead.
Yeah.
I'm slowly but surely moving everything up and taking all these figures out and turning the boxes into display pieces or whatever. Take the figures out of the boxes, but then put the boxes up on the shelves as display
What's in the box? Hey, by the way, folks, just to let you know, I see the super chats. We'll do like a super chat thing at the end, so we'll go through your super chats. any questions that are no super chats, etc. So really appreciate them, not ignoring them by any stretch. We're sort of doing the formula that we did before, you know. We do all the chitty chatty, we do all the showing off, and then we'll do the showing. Speaking of video games, this arrived yesterday, and this has been on order for a long time, and I am not disappointed when it's arrived. This is the Dovahkiin from Skyrim.
Ooh.
And talk about furry stuff, you know what I'm saying? His fur is incredible. Comes with a sword, big sword, long sword, shield, fire effects, ladies. Dagger, which I've slotted into the back. Again, ladies. And of course, the iconic helmet does come off.
Wow, that's a great face sculpt too.
It looks very Sean Bean, I think. Kind of like Sean Bean, you know what I'm saying? So the iconic helmet from, and this is beautiful. And the box that it came in is like a big tome, a book.
Wow.
So that was so well done, so beautifully done. And that had been delayed multiple times. And I literally got like an email 2 weeks ago saying it's been delayed again, and then a week later got an email saying, "Oh, this is shipping. Get ready for this to get." And I was like,
dude.
And I've got 4 things which have been shipped from Sideshow yesterday.
Okay, I just opened up Golden Years Vito Corleone from again, this is Damn Toys.
Oh, I lies,
dude! This figure is fucking great. Now, what? And this is he comes in this. There's two other face sculpts here. Nice. 2 other face sculpts. So, there's this one, and this is like when his eyes are closed. I guess when he's about to die.
Yeah.
You know. So, wow. And then we have, I think, this face sculpt when he's a little younger.
Oh, yeah.
But, wow, these are quite great. This figure, and of course, everyone who's ever watched me talk about 6-scale figures knows.
Oh, chair.
I love a good chair.
Yeah, baby.
And here's the chair he's sitting in when he dies.
Nice.
So
complete with ass cushion.
Yeah, you got the cushion on the back here, so
nice.
The chair sits up like this.
There we go. Yeah, we know Robert likes a good chair bear.
I like a good chair. And then there's also the little table and all the accessories that go on the table are in here too. Wow.
Chair porn, exactly. Chair porn.
You, I love my chair porn.
Do you know what I like? Well, I mean, that could go anywhere, really. Can't it? Let's just be honest. I like a kind of retro look of a hero, and there's a hero whose retro look. I'd pre-ordered it about a year or more ago. It came in.
Oh man!
And I put the spiked, the spiked helmet to give it that extra retro look on it. But the Iron Man.
So for people that don't know, this is a Hot Toys Iron Man figure that is supposed to represent a classic look from the comics themselves.
Yes.
Wow, dude. You know what? I love that figure with the exo, the clear.
Yeah, it's like meant to be shielding. And the good news is for people that don't like that, you can take all of the shielding off. Not just some, because in the pictures, I think it still showed like the chest shielding on or whatever. But all of it. So it comes on this. This is the deluxe one. So this comes with like a really cool base. You get a suitcase with it. You get tons of extra parts with it. For switching out. This is all magnetically done. Yes, it's all it can light up all over the place. Even the base, if I put batteries in the base, then it will move these magnetic, thingamajiggies about. And I think lock in the feet to the base as well. Oh, I had
that is, I love that.
Which page? I don't need that one open. There we go. Yeah, so that's pretty damn, I think, beautiful. So if you can get it, is Robert frozen?
No.
Oh no, yeah, sorry. My microphone's over here as well.
I was just reading the Nude HD best adult dating site in your chat.
No, you just you're lonely, looking for the sex of time. Do you want the sex of time? Then you just have to hang out with them women.
There's no show that screams Studley like this show does.
You got that right. You got that right.
I mean, all this stuff that the Skyrim figure. I mean, look at and that Skyrim figure was third party, right?
I know. I think it's it's Bethesda approved.
Oh, so it's officially that's an incredible figure.
Yeah, I'll just check Dovahkiin, but because I've got it from Sideshow, so it's got to be official.
Right. Oh yeah. Okay. You're right.
But yeah, it came in like here. Ooh. Okay. I must have just got the collector's edition and not the deluxe edition, because I don't think I got, unless it's a portion I haven't opened up yet. I think there's a portion I might not have opened up, and I haven't lifted up the box to see underneath, because I'll have to check which edition I got. But it's when I say it's reasonably priced for and it is official product. When I say it's reasonably priced for a 1 in 6, it's £182. It's less than 200,
right?
With all the effects that you saw that I showed you, the dagger, the longsword, the shield, the fire ball, removable helmet, so all of that stuff. Yeah.
No, it's great. It's great stuff. I mean, wow. But we're just an embarrassment of riches. I mean, So Toys, I think they released their comedian figure from Watchmen. They put out that's another figure I got. He's actually right there. If you can see Rorschach, but it's Walter Kovacs with, I got 2 Rorschachs, because one with the revealed head sculpt, and he's holding the end is nigh sign from Watchmen, that he's always walking through scenes as Walter Kovacs. So I had to get 2 figures. I had to get 2 Rorschachs, one where he's Rorschach with the mask on, and then one with the Walter Kovacs with the sign, which is great.
I'm trying to find.
Deviceology in the chat says, I wanted the Deja Thoris Sideshow figure. I got to get that. I got to get that statue. I'm dying to get that statue.
Well, my Huntress statue, I did buy it.
Did you open it yet?
Yeah, she's out.
Oh, and is she beautiful?
Gorgeous. I did take a photo. I think I posted it up on the Twitter of the twit. Let me go into my. Where did Lofty Pixels get off Lofty?
Brian Hepburn says this. You know what? I should have showed that. Did you get the So Classic Trickster Loki?
Yes, it's in storage though now.
It's incredible. I should go get that right now.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, it's just it's incredible.
But what was more interesting is Hot Toys decided to do one.
I know.
So that tells me that sold pretty well for So Toys.
Yeah, well, I think it's sold out. I think it's, people, and I love Richard E. Grant, so I had to get it.
So wow, this is my chest of drawers in my bedroom.
Wow.
So there's the Batman, the Robin.
Is it Arkham? Oh, these are quarter scale statues.
These
right?
are quarter scale statues. A lot of them.
Dude, look at that display.
And I got this, beautiful like big New York
background.
Picture.
Where'd you get that? Did you just print that out?
It's my mate's. He didn't want to take it to his new house, so he just left it in the bedroom. So
wow. So look at how you've done. Look at that. That's so cool.
Yeah. So these are all quarter scale statues.
What's the one in the bottom corner there behind the Huntress?
This just so happens to be Gina Carano.
Oh, okay. Well, she fits. She fits anywhere.
Yeah, so we've got this DC thing, and then Gina Carano is just hiding at the back there. There is a Black Canary quarter scale ready to ship. Whoa, Robert, he might have pressed the wrong button. He'll be back in a second. But there is a quarter scale Black Canary which is ready to ship, and I'm thinking for September, my little treaty pie. There he is. He's back. There he goes.
Stream Elements just kicked me out.
Did he just?
Google asked for me to identify myself again. I'm like, what?
What?
I just did that. I'm like, they're.
There's been some weird stuff which has been happening with Stream Labs, Yards, whatever. So there's a Black Canary ready to ship. 1 in 6 scale, 1 in 4 scale, quarter scale statue. So I'm thinking, for September.
Yeah. So somebody, Marco Genovese says the woman with the purple cape is thick.
That is Huntress.
We love thick women on this show.
Thick thighs save lives.
That's right.
And then to the left of these, which you can't see, I've got a little table. Hey, Sherry. And then on the table, I've got my 1 in 3 scale, 3rd scale Huntress. So yeah, Huntress looks great. Catwoman looks great. Batgirl looks great. Why didn't they do a Batgirl? Never mind. Damian Wayne, Robin, and of course Batman. Which they did do this in a variant color for a bit. They did the blue cape and the lighter gray, and the yellow shield on this, but they didn't do the pants.
Really?
If they'd done the pants, I would have 100% got it. But they didn't do the pants. I'm just like, you can't go OG and not put the pants on.
No.
Do you know who doesn't like pants on? Ezra Miller. And that's quite annoying because I really like the look of this.
That's a great. Now again, that's a third
cut. Yeah,
that's a third-party Doomsday figure for the Nightmare Doomsday scenario. Whatever. What is it called?
Nightmare
Doomsday Speeder.
Nightmare Batman.
I really enjoy these. I mean, I love the Joker figure. The Nightmare Joker figure.
Doomsday Sayer. Yeah.
Doomsday. Yeah, that's a great figure though. I love that figure. Because what's great is Sideshow put out the Nightmare Batman 2-pack with black suit Superman and Nightmare Batman, which when we were on with, do you remember we all bought the jackets, the Nightmare, the extra jackets when we were on with Justin? We bought those. So I was like, oh, I can finally use this 2 years later or whatever.
2 years later, which is now in storage.
Right.
And my Nightmare Batman is displayed in a cabinet downstairs in its duster that it arrived with.
Deviceology in the chat says, I know RMB is a big Caroline Munro fan, so he can't be all bad. I have 2 Caroline Munro 6-scale figures, including this Vampirella. This Vampirella figure is the Caroline Munro edition because she was going to play Vampirella in the movie, and she never did. So this is a Vampirella figure that has Caroline Munro's face. And then I also have my Star Crash Caroline Munro.
Yes, you do. Yeah, of course. You do. So yeah, there has been a lot of juicy stuff.
Yeah, and I think it's great. I mean, it's been so much fun, to collect. I still have like my Hollywood Squares, my 9 Magic cases over there that I'm adjusting. I just got the drawers for underneath them. And theoretically, as those of you who want to know, in May of 2020, I ordered Thanos' throne from Toys Wonderland. It came in. It came in like it came in last month, so I paid the shipping. I'm just waiting to get it. So I have all 3 Sideshow or all 3 Thanos Hot Toys figures. So I have the Infinity War Thanos when he actually snaps his fingers. Then I've got Warrior armored Thanos, and then I've got sad Thanos after he realizes there's no more Infinity Gems in his gauntlet. So I'm going to do the Thanos triptych, and across my Magic cases, I'm just going to do a big Avengers display with all the villains, like a movie poster, and all my favorite Avengers figures. And finally, I'll get all 3 Thanos, the Thani,
yeah,
the Thani out of the boxes and make my Thanos, because I've been waiting for that throne.
I know, for a long time.
Over 2 years now.
Hey, one thing did put a smile on my face for a new release.
Speaking of Thanos,
from Hot Toys, and that was the fact. Okay, let's just do that so I don't dox myself. That was the fact that they have put out a brand new, in case you missed it first time round, brand new version of Black Panther.
Oh, yeah. And this is the original suit.
Yes.
And I love this.
Yes.
By the way, Derp Nader asks if that's a Jimi Hendrix figure behind me. Yes, it is. and Jimi Hendrix is part of my band, my 6-scale band.
Yeah.
I have, I don't know which Black Panther figure do I have? The last one they released that came with the black light.
That was the Black Panther movie, Black Panther.
Okay, I got the Black Panther movie, Black Panther, but I think I need to have this.
This is the Civil War.
Civil War, yeah.
Yeah, and I missed out on the other Black Panther, and it got very expensive very quickly.
Yeah, because I have Shuri, Killmonger, and I never got T'Chaka. But this is a sweet ass figure, dude. I love that shield.
And a great Chadwick Boseman head sculpt.
Oh yeah, and I love this costume.
Yeah, Civil War's a great film.
I mean, I just wish they would make the Dora Milaje. I really want to get a Okoye or whatever, and a Okoye, and I don't know why they haven't made, because I love those costumes. They could be like the stormtroopers of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I want a whole army of Dora Milaje, like 10 of them.
There we go. There's the OG versus the newer version.
Yeah, look at that.
Enhanced musculature body.
Yeah, I gotta get that.
Newly articulated foot articulation, improved suit textures.
Yeah.
That'll do for me. Well, with Black Panther 2 coming out, you never know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see what they. Yeah, somebody in the chat says an M'Baku. I'd love to get an M'Baku figure too. And I'm really curious. Is Namor going to flood Wakanda like he did in the comics? I mean, it looks like the Atlanteans or wherever they're from are coming on a whale. Like there's troops. Are they going to attack? Like what are they going to do?
Who knows?
I don't know. But I mean, I'm curious. I kind of like the idea that they because after Aquaman and Atlantis, that they've kind of leaned into Aztec they changed Namor for the movies substantially.
Yes.
And I kind of like the fact, like I was kind of hoping that they would, because Atlantis is basically a Greco-Roman thing. Like it's supposed to be over in Greece or in that area.
Sure, yeah.
And I thought
Mediterranean.
Yeah, and I thought they could it might be cool if they made Atlantis like skew Asian some way, so we could get, because Namor, he's kind of, but now that they've
got kind of a little bit of an Asian look about
yeah,
it.
an Asian look about him, which
If
I
it was
thought
more Pacific.
yeah. But now it's more so it's South America, Latin America, which I think is kind of cool because I can't wait to see what his costume looks like. I mean, I bet they're going to do something pretty ornate and cool.
Well, we've seen in the trailers pretty.
Yeah,
he's got his green trunks.
I mean, I
as a
do
kid,
love,
and he's still in them as an adult.
And his throne, but his throne of like the Megalodon jaws, where his throne room is. I'm like, I'm all in on that. I hope it's good. I mean, I have to say, ultimately, the Moon Knight series for me was hugely disappointing. I was really, really, really disappointed by it. Not that Oscar Isaac and Handsome Hawk didn't do a good job. I just thought that was not the Moon Knight that I wanted to see.
I loved that first episode.
Yeah, I did too.
A lot of people were just like, that was no. And I was just like, I actually really liked it. I thought it, and then by episode 3, I was like, I'm done.
Well, when you've got Ahmet and Khonshu fighting in around the Great Pyramids, and then they're eating the souls, like it was a mass casualty event. Like thousands of people died in Cairo as they're eating the souls of them. I'm like, what is this?
Where's the Avengers?
This is not, where's anybody? That's would have been a curious. I've been railing about how in Marvel Phase 4, I have a real problem with the cosmology of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, in the sense that you have Celestials bursting forth from the Earth.
Yes, that no one's talking about.
Yeah, Arashem, the judge, is over, 3 times the size of the planet. He's over the UK. Everyone's looking up at him. You have deviants running around the streets of London. You've got Egyptian gods devouring people's souls in Cairo.
Earth spinning around to
and
fit the constellation.
Yeah, or whatever that is. And I'm just like, no one's mentioned any of it.
No,
and it's
but you know what they have mentioned? Being catcalled.
Yeah, but I didn't mind that because it's right out of the Byrne run of She-Hulk.
It's not. Byrne's funny. Byrne's amusing, and the fourth wall when Byrne did it was more orientated to She-Hulk being pissed off with him.
Yes, that is true, and I love that.
This is a feminist, a 2022 feminist bitching to the audience. We won't go into it. We'll fall out. We'll fall out. No, we won't. I know we won't, but it's kicked. I didn't do nothing. I didn't touch him. I didn't do anything. That wasn't me. My hands are here. I didn't do anything, Robert. I didn't do a thing.
Oh no! Again, it asked me. Google asked me to identify myself, like I'm not who I say I am. That's really weird. That's the second time when it popped up and Google asked me to re-put in my credentials.
Come on, Az, fair play now. It wasn't me. No,
I guess it looked like, yeah. You Graham Norton me. I'm in the red chair. I'm out.
Just hit that little kick button,
No,
that's
this. I've never seen this. This has now happened twice where it asked me to identify myself. I mean, like, I'm on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. I'm here through. This was interesting.
Perfect timing. This thing was perfect timing.
It would not let me join this stream until I did it through YouTube. I either had to do it through YouTube. Yeah, when I was joining your stream, it asked me to put in my Google credentials through. They said you can only join the stream through Google or Facebook. So I had to go in and register. I mean, I'm already, obviously I have Gmail and I'm on YouTube, but I had to get on the stream. I had to do it through Google, and they did it to me. They've kicked me off twice now, which is weird.
Just maybe, they didn't like the whole She-Hulk either. I'm just saying. I don't even know what I'm looking forward to, dude, anymore.
Ladart says maybe it waits for Rob to identify as a woman. Well, let me just tell you, if you want to celebrate International Women's Day the way Deadpool does, I'm game. That's all I'm saying.
Is that the one with Rogue and everyone with him? And
no, just with his girlfriend Vanessa.
Oh,
how they celebrate International Women's Day.
She gets the
as you see their romance. I'm all about that.
And you know, they actually did that before all of this fucking shit hit the fan.
I know. Well,
and
no,
we laughed.
We live in strange times.
We live in very strange times.
Have you watched Sandman?
No.
You haven't watched it?
No.
Okay. Did you read Sandman?
No.
Oh.
I have no affinity to the
I have to tell you,
comic at all.
It is an astonishing adaptation. They've had to remove the direct connections to the DC universe, which I think has made it better. But they now have done. They've in the first season with the extra episode they dropped. They've now given us the first 18 issues of the comic, and it is an incredibly. Sandman's my favorite comic book of all time, and I love it. And it is the most, in terms of an adaptation, it's unbelievably faithful to the comic. And you know, a lot of people,
apart from the race changes in the sex.
Well, no, because this is what people forget. And like, so when the Endless predate humanity, and part of the plot of Sandman, especially kicks in the next season, Sandman used to be black. Because the first people on Earth that came to the dreaming,
we all come from Africa, and all.
Yeah, and so they show in episode 4. So Sandman got pissed off at his first girlfriend because she was obstinate and basically said "fuck you" and banished her to hell for 10,000 years.
Normally I just go out with my mates for the night.
Right. Well, so he did that, and so they show, and this is why all this stuff kind of bothers me. They show Sandman. So he goes to hell in episode 4, and he's being led to see Lucifer by a demon, and the demon takes him by the cell where Nada, his girlfriend, has been kept for 10,000 years. And when he sees her, he appears as black, and how he looked when they were together in Africa 10,000 years ago. Sandman appears as a cat in the last episode. He turns into a cat. So the Endless have always taken different forms, and they even say it in the show that you anthropomorphized. And when the Sandman came out in 1989, being a pixie-ish goth chick was how Death wanted to present herself, and so the characters always change. They're changing their appearance. I even read that. So the character of Despair is played by an overweight white woman.
Yeah, I seen a picture. Yeah.
People were like fat shaming her, going, "You're fat shaming the show." I'm like, have you seen the comic? I mean, she looks. It's such a weird, because they're anthropomorph, so they can look however they want, and they've incorporated that. They've done like gender swapping. Lucifer Morningstar is played by Gwendolyn Christie, but again, it's really good.
I would put a lot of the blame, though, on these companies, because they have been playing so fast and loose with identity politics.
Yeah,
they've literally conditioned an audience to have an opposing reaction.
Oh yeah, well, I would say, look, the thing about Sandman was always full of LGBTQ and representation.
Sorry, I'll be 2 seconds. Knock at the door. 2 seconds.
No worries. But anyway,
you tell the audience.
I'm a huge fan of the Sandman, and I love the adaptation. And a lot of the complaints about it have been sort of silly to me, because a lot of what we're seeing was in the comic in the first place. And I think, Neil Gaiman came out of the punk rock, alt rock, cabaret art scene in London. So there was the gender fluidity and all that stuff was baked into the comic even back in the 80s when it debuted. But anyway, I think it's a beautiful adaptation of the comic. And if you like the Sandman comic, there's a lot of people that are be like, well, why is there Joanna Constantine instead of John Constantine? well, they couldn't use John Constantine because they weren't allowed to. And Joanna Constantine was something that Neil Gaiman had created. Lady Joanna Constantine was introduced in the Sandman comics. So everything that he created, it was great. And Zach, the show falls off hard after episode 4. Did you not see episode 6? And the last thing, I liked it. But here's the thing. It is the comic. And the comic is an anthology comic. It's all these different kinds of stories. So Preludes and Nocturnes, which is the first book of Sandman, and that goes all the way up through the end of episode 6, was the first Sandman book. And the second Sandman story was A Doll's House, and that's episodes 7 through 10. And they're doing incredibly faithful adaptations to the actual storylines. Yeah, they've added some things, like the Corinthian becomes a common thread, but they're doing I could not believe seeing A Dream of a Thousand Cats and Calliope. I mean, those are right out of the comics, almost lifted verbatim. And to see Derek Jacobi, Claudius himself, show up as Erasmus Fry, I was like, it was awesome. Like those
actor.
Those 2 episodes, Dream of a Thousand Cats and Calliope, were 2 of the most faithful comic adaptations I've ever seen in terms of direct. I mean, they're lifting scenes and dialogue right out of the comic. So I think as more people discover it, they'll realize just how good it really is. But yeah, and all that crazy, all the identity politics stuff that was in Sandman was inherent. It was in the original comic, because that's where Neil Gaiman, as I said, came out of the whole cabaret art punk rock scene in 80s London. So, and that's why I'm surprised at how faithful the comic is. But you're right. I mean, it's really funny, the world that we're living in. It's, although I think we've now reached it, the pendulum is going to swing back and correct, because especially in this country, things are so wacky and out of control.
I think
on every level that it's
something's happening. What? Not quite sure, but something's happening. I mean, there were some British, I think, opera singers or something, who were booked to do a thing in the States, and this was just like this week, and America wanted them to put masks on, and they just went fuck off.
Right,
and so they didn't get to do the thing. So we're not putting masks on, so we're not doing it then. Okay, fine.
Yeah, it's bizarre. It's weird.
I think things like small things, like for entertainment, we want to be entertained with entertainment. I've seen you on Twitter singing the praises, saying, man, it's great. It's not always nice to see somebody who's loving their entertainment.
And also something like Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, well, that's just it. You know, look at the success of that. Nearly 1.4 billion at the box office.
And they wanted them to put that on. Tom Cruise stood up and said, "You're not putting this on streaming," and look at how much money they're going to make. And I think you're right. I mean, the problem is that a lot of our world of classical heroes, they come out of a certain tradition that goes all the way back to Greco-Roman storytelling, whether it's the gods and all that. I mean, these are classical tales that have been with humanity for thousands of years, and to subvert those tropes and those, it's not really, it doesn't work. It just, and I think that's the problem. And the more, like, it's great to see escapist entertainment. Somebody brings up Bullet Train. I thought Bullet Train's not a great movie, but it's a hoot.
I want to see that. I do want to see that.
It's a lot of fun.
But I want to see Future Warriors or whatever it's called from Hong Kong.
Yeah, I mean, is there a trailer out for that?
Yes.
Oh, I want to. So it's a science fiction
By the way,
movie.
the special effects make the West special effects look like piss out my ass.
Really? Now, what is the name of this thing?
I think it's called Future Warriors.
Okay, hang on.
Or Future, or Soldiers of the, or Future Warriors of the Future, or something. I'll get the correct name for you.
Say Future Warriors trailer.
I think I've got the wrong name.
Warriors of the Future.
Warriors of the Future.
2022. There it is. Warriors of the Future.
Yes, Warriors of Future.
Oh, the opening shot I'm in. I'm in.
Yeah.
I don't know what if we can't kill Pandora before the storm, all 5.6 million people in B16 will die. Oh, dude, come on. This looks awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
You got this like this plant. I think it's this plant, alien plants, like just going through cities, infecting cities, and then you got these guys that are trying to stop it, but you got people who are also trying to stop them. So you got,
dude.
It's just
looks like Edge of Tomorrow or Live, Die, Repeat meets Starship Troopers meets a Godzilla movie.
Yeah, look, this is. I'll see if if I get caught for the trailer, I'll just cut it out.
No, it's this looks awesome.
Here we go. Warriors of Future trailer. Here we go.
Yeah, this is
let's post. Let's do this trailer. Let's do this one here.
Wow, there's like giant starfish plants at the end.
Ladies. Chocolate starfish.
Wow, I'm
Here we
I'm
go.
in.
Hold on. Here we go.
3個月前，有一粒巨型嘅隕石墜落喺 B16區。呢粒隕石竟然生長出一種巨型嘅外星植物。
第二次降雨嘅時候，唔摧毀潘朵拉。
I love a good disaster
成個
movie.
B16區500。
And a giant alien plant grew out of it.
呢
Yeah.
個係史無前例嘅行動。
我哋借個 plan 就完成任務。
一隻窮奇，一隻羊標，3隻機械人。
裝甲車冇咗信號，因為唔想我哋完成任務。
Mate, now somebody probably see why I got the figures immediately.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
寫得嘅嘢留翻俾我。
Leave such suicide missions to me.
Okay. Oh, look at that.
Dude, come on.
This is what I need. This is what I need.
We shall decide how the ending goes.
Yeah. I want some explosions. I want some dudes in mech suits. I want some, I thought that looked pretty.
I'm in.
Pretty
Count
fun.
me
Yeah,
in.
I'm all in. I'm gonna see how somehow we could probably get over here. I'm hoping Netflix or Amazon or somebody pick it up.
Yeah. I'm in. Count me in.
Somebody's saying, "Where's the diversity?" All I saw was people from Hong Kong. It's crazy that you're not really going to see too much in anything out of the West. Should we read some supers, good sir?
Yes. Why not? We have a lot.
We have certainly a few to go through, and I need to go to another section because there were two people who did a thing with their memberships before we started, and then as soon as you start, it wipes them off. So it's
Subtitles in movies, I'm out.
What?
Come on, dude.
Dude,
have you
Squid
watched
Game? Hello?
Have you watched RRR? The Indian
Not
movie?
yet. I have to. Chris is beating me over the head to watch it.
Dude,
so...
it's a hoot. It's a hoot.
I've seen the trailer. The trailer looks amazing. I'm doing a thing at the minute with the channel where I'm reviewing cringe.
Oh, cringe!
Like trying to get cringe movies, and review them. So we got another one lined up, but I want to do RRR because it actually just looks a ton of fun.
It's a ton of fun.
But you're British hats and they're Indians.
It's a hoot.
There's going to be conflict. I can handle it. I'm okay. I'm there for it. So I think before the stream started, Moist Potato upgraded their membership to a Jedi Master level, top level. So thank you so much indeed. And Jay Wan rejoined as a stormtrooper, and Edward M. Lockwood rejoined as a stormtrooper too. So thank you, gentle folk. Martino Simone,
The man, the myth, the legend,
the suave Swiss,
and
the suave Swiss,
the lover of automobiles.
Oh, lover of Playmobil.
Yes.
With 100 Swiss francs, says, "Please be gentle." Just kidding. Toy hard. I think we've been toying hard.
By the way, I just want to point out that Martino Simone makes these great videos called Play Trek, where he makes Playmobil. It's a Playmobil Star Trek adventure, and if you want to see them, you can go to my YouTube channel, Post Geek Singularity, and find them and watch them. And I promise you, they are a hoot. And he's in the middle of his epic fourth episode that he's currently in production on.
I keep saying if he wants a voice actor to help along.
Yeah, I mean, aren't we supposed to have done voices? Didn't we do voices?
Exactly.
I mean, come on.
You know,
we're supposed to do voices. I'm waiting. But it's funny, my 15-year-old nephew called me the other day. Oh, man, I love that figure so much. But my 15-year-old
love this.
He called me. My 15-year-old nephew specifically called me up and said, Uncle Rob, when is the next episode of Play Trek dropping? I'm like,
nice.
I'm like, I don't even know what to say to that. I didn't know, one, that you even watch my YouTube channel, and two, Martino, he's a busy man. That figure is great. Now, did you get only the figure, or did you get the version with the stap?
I only got the figure.
Yeah, because the stap one stap's too unruly. What are you going to do with it?
That's what I thought. That's because they were same price. So it wasn't as if I was going to spend extra. They were the same price.
Right.
But I just thought, what am I going to do with a stap? And I don't associate Anakin with the stap.
I don't either.
So
I mean, it's cool.
It's cool, but I've got literally in transit on the way here is the Obi-Wan and Anakin Clone Wars 1 in 6.
Right.
That's a Clone Wars, but a lifelike one. These are the Clone Wars looking ones. So,
yes.
That's going to be fun. But I love that outfit. That came with a broken arm.
Yeah.
I had to fix, but I fixed it.
Oh, you did.
Muggins here. I had to strip the whole figure down.
Right, sure.
And then I fixed the arm, and then I put all the stuff back together. Dermy Wormy with the $5 says, as my project was announced and my first G Gundam review is out, this is supposed to be a love letter, so check it out. There you go. Dermy Wormy with his Gundams.
Nice.
Martino Simone again. The Suave Swiss.
The Suave Swiss.
Suave Swiss. With a 20 Swiss francs says, I'm feeling like a teenage girl at a Beatles concert. It's been a while. It's been a New York minute, hasn't it? Yeah, I do. Chris sees right. I always strip my figures regardless. Hey, by the way, just a little thing. These are insane.
Now, what are those? Who makes those?
These, okay. These are Bumblebee MDLXs.
Who makes those?
3.
Okay.
Yeah. So they do these, and the articulation is redonkly bum.
Wow.
So you can put this in like the most dynamic of poses. The twists, the turns, everything. And they just look 3-0. They just look absolutely out of this world. Now, I had the Bumblebee for a little bit, and then I got this week, which is the Optimus Prime one.
Right.
So again, the articulation on these is...
Are those all die cast?
No, plastic.
Wow. They look
It's
great.
actually plastic, yeah. But they look good. They are strong. It doesn't feel like weak plastic,
Right.
We're looking at chunk plastic here. And then just because I have to, because I'm at such like a Bumblebee G1 Transformers fan, I got the Goldbug version of Bumblebee. But this is formerly Bumblebee, now Goldbug. And this is from 3.0 as well.
Right.
Just lovely. And this is based on the Bumblebee movie. But they did the Goldbug version. Transformers fans know what I'm going on about. Bumblebee died and had to get rebuilt.
Yep.
And they rebuilt him, but they rebuilt him gold. And so they changed his name from Bumblebee to Goldbug.
Yes, they did.
There you go. Sorry, this is just Transformers lore. Kyle McCory with a $10 says, with all the Lord of the Rings debacle, thought you'd like another for the pile. WOTC is making a Wizards of the Coast, I imagine.
Yep.
Is making a Lord of the Rings Magic the Gathering set.
Wow.
They decided Aragorn is black now. Answers your question?
Yeah.
I swear to God, one day somebody's going to point at me in the street and go, why aren't you black? Sorry? Why aren't you black?
It's funny because there's a lot of really cool Afrofuturist science fiction, like people like we once interviewed for a project I was working on, Octavia Butler, who sadly passed away, and she was an incredible black female science fiction writer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, why aren't people talking about those and going out and adapting her work? So actually, that's not true. Somebody's adapting one of her books, and I there's so much stuff out there that is being passed over. Everyone wants to denigrate classic fantasy literature at the expense of no one's going out and seeking out all the diverse fantasy literature or science fiction literature that's already out there, that is by lesser known or minority creators.
Because it doesn't fit narrative.
I know. And I feel like it's such a bummer because there's such good stuff out there. You just have
That's why we have the gorgeous Eric July.
Yeah. Oh, I know. And that's another thing. I mean, here's somebody that let's just forget. Let's take race or anything out of the equation. What he did with his Kickstarter is he spent his own money.
It's not Kickstarter. He funded it.
Right. He funded it. Yes.
This is a pre-order system.
Yeah.
Yes. I know it's easy to kind of say that. I
say
get
Kickstarter. Pardon me. I shouldn't say crowdfunding. But, he went out and spent his own money and created a product. He created a 96-page graphic novel with different covers and alternate stuff and made it himself. He's running his crowdfunding campaign on his own site. It's his own deal. And he did crowdfunding the proper way, going directly to his audience. And, I read somebody like giving pushback, like somehow that was detracting from other creators. And I'm like, why? He had nothing to do with anybody else's work. He did it all himself the way he wanted to do it, and is delivering what looks to be an incredible product. 96-page graphic novel?
96-page.
96-page graphic novel. The art, the inking, the coloring, that is a not inexpensive proposition. And the fact that he's up to like $3.4 million, I mean, good on him. That's exactly what you're supposed to do.
40,000 steps. Apparently, these MDLXs are made out of a die-cast zinc alloy, an engineer-grade plastic frame.
Okay, speaking of that, did you order the Tomy Enterprise? Uh-oh. Speaking of zinc alloy.
I didn't think it was going to get funded. And then they reduced.
Yeah.
So I didn't know.
You know what though? They have to be making more. Then I bet you they're going to have some for sale. Because I think they sold 2,500. So for those of you who don't know, the toy company Tomy is doing a 1/350th scale Enterprise from the original Star Trek series from TOS, and it has lights and die-cast metal. It comes with shuttlecraft and a lit-up bridge, and they crowdfunded it, and it was $600, and it'll be out next summer. I bet they're going to make some to sell because they reduced their crowdfunding.
Yeah, it's I'm just never, like I said, I don't think I'm destined to ever own an Enterprise in the way that I want to own an Enterprise.
I wish they would just make them easier to
do
get.
you know what's going to happen, Robert? I'm going to be like that. It's going to be sad. Life's going to go on. My time will come. I will pass into the next realm, and I'll wake up in a fucking room on the Enterprise D. And then, there'll be a doo-doo-doo. And I'll be like, Captain, you're wanted on the bridge. And I'll be like, my next adventure awaits.
Yeah, but you know what? Maybe in the afterlife, you'll get as many 1/350th scale starships as you want. And you'll have a place to put them. It'll ready-made display cases.
Yeah. Yeah, you just got this like room after room just of cases, and you're spending eternity filling these cases.
Right. And you eventually get every action figure you ever wanted.
And then you sit down and God says, do you want that sandwich now? And you'd be like, all right.
Max Rebo says, get a Space 1999 Eagle instead. I have many.
Ooh.
I have many Eagles.
Yeah, Robert's got one or two of those bad boys.
Yes, I do.
One or two. I want that 3-foot rig for Optimus Prime.
Dude, I want to see that. I got to look that up.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad I got one. I'm really glad I got one. So much fun. Andrew Matthews with a £5 says, first Sideshow statue has arrived and 3 more different ones ordered. Damn you, Hot Toys.
Well, whenever somebody says, I want to know what statues they got.
Yeah.
What you get.
Super chat again, Andrew.
Yeah,
but
tell us.
This time, tell us.
What did you order?
No, but in all seriousness, tell us. Put it in the chat. Tell us what you got. Tell us what you got. Sharing is caring. And was that Matthew? Matthew just dropped a 10 membership gifted bomb. So thank you. And it looks like all 10 people snapped it up. So thank you. You lovely little man. Well, it's not little. I don't know if it's little. Could be like 6'4" for all I know.
Could very well be.
Yeah, you don't know these things.
No.
Norwegian Kryptonian with 109 Norwegians says hashtag restore Hot Toys fully articulated, and thoughts and prayers to everyone's wallets.
Well, I mean, the only reason we stopped doing this is because, John Campia brought me on full time, so I didn't have the mornings, and we're doing this morning show. And that's the only reason. Maybe we could do these regularly on Saturdays. Because you didn't like to stream on the weekends.
I didn't because I usually had 1 or 2 streams on a Sunday. Right. So I wanted something to me,
Yes, which makes perfect sense to me.
Particularly coming out of Friday Night Tights, where I'm up till 2-3 a.m.
Yes, absolutely.
So yeah. But my Saturday's kind of a bit free, and 6 p.m. in the evening's not bad for me.
Yeah, that's not a bad time for me. It works too.
So I think Robert and I might chat this week, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Because it'd be great, because I'm almost at the position where I can shoot. So I'm in a different garage. The Observatory is different than my old garage.
Different,
kind of looks the same.
Somehow similar.
Somehow similar. Yes. I mean, although what's really interesting is I used to be able to reach back. I'm about 5 feet away from my shelves now. I can't reach back and get it.
Yeah.
So it looks relatively the same, but what's much more interesting is all around me is much more what I want to do is I'm going to do like a collection video or something, because I've got all my physical media. I've got the Modu cases, I've got shelves and stuff, and I actually have a workroom next door where I can build models and stuff.
I saw I spy on you. So because I miss you.
No, I missed you
And
too.
I saw you when you were coming, when you're coming into this place and it wasn't sorted, and you were moving from the house to here, and that was it's cool. It's cool to see how things have.
Yeah, I mean, slowly it's been and it's still. I mean, this weekend I finally built. We have a storage shed that I had stuff in that we finally put together, and so it's just taken months. Moving
Whoa! Earthworm Jim just gifted 10 subs.
Wow!
And Bashy Washy just gifted 20 subs.
Wow!
So grab your subs, folks, because they're offering them out there. And guys, Earthworm Jim and Bashy Washy, thank you so much. It's gifted sub businesses.
Is that memberships?
Yeah. Sorry. I still have. I don't know why, because I haven't streamed on Twitch for 2 years, but I still have subs instead of memberships.
Right. Yeah. No, it's memberships are great, and people are that you can do that, and now they can leave thanks on your videos and stuff like that. It's cool.
Yeah, and I didn't think I had any super thanks, and then I got told how to look for super thanks. And
I have no idea.
And yeah, so I got told how to do that. So I thought, and then there's like this row of like super thanks, and I was like, oh,
that I don't even know if anyone's ever given me a super. I don't even know if I haven't even looked. I'll
be able to tell you how.
Yeah.
Hitchhike, there you go, Norwegian Kryptonian. I think some people are quite happy at that response. Hitchhike.
Dio Brando says you might have missed a super chat from him. I don't know.
Probably haven't got to it yet, dude, because we've literally just started with the supers. So
yes.
What's his name? Yeah, I see it. We haven't come to it yet. Don't worry. We're still behind.
We are very behind.
Because what we do is we have all the talky bit, the showy bit, the WhatsApp bit, and then we do the super chat at the end so we can discuss things with you. I say at the end, it's not the end, it's like a section of the show.
It is a section of the show. Damn it.
Hitchhiker 42 with the £2 says, welcome back. What did you think of Exo-6's latest?
Well, I'll tell you. I will not be purchasing any. The only Star Trek Discovery or figures I will get, there's only one, and that's Empress Georgiou, because I love our girl.
Well, that's not the latest.
Yeah, the latest was Michael Burnham and Saru.
No.
Oh, you mean, well, there's Mira Sulu.
Yesterday I said.
You mean the ones that have come out? Yeah.
No.
Archer,
a new pre-order. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Archer was up for pre-order yesterday, which is you got to get Archer.
Hell yeah. I remember when we were discussing this, and I said Archer's got to come with his beagle. Archer's coming with his beagle.
Yeah.
It's one of the accessories.
They know.
Boom.
They know.
Boom.
Yeah. They know.
Love the phase pistol, by the way.
Yeah, it's great. The Exo-6 accessories are incredible. The way they use magnets to have the open and close, rather than try and put a hinge on something that small. The magnets are genius. And if you want to follow somebody who's crazy, Nanjin, the head of Exo-6, is on Facebook. He waxes Rhapsodic all day long and tells you exactly what's going on. I love that guy. He's a fanatic, and I love him.
It's a great figure.
Oh yeah.
I would imagine T'Pau has to be another Enterprise figure, surely.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think they're going to do
T'Pau, China in your hand, baby.
But T'Pau is, of course, was played by Celia Lofsky in Amok Time, but she also appears in Enterprise. The young T'Pau is in the 4th season
she is
of Enterprise.
Yes, she is
in that Vulcan arc, and I would love to get a T'Pau. I think they're going to get around. I mean, the fact that you pre-order those figures and in 3 months you have them.
It's insane. The turnaround on the Exo-6 stuff is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
When you said to me they're going to release 20 figures in 18 months or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, they're going to try to.
No, and they've got.
I was surprised at how I just keep getting my Judge Q's arrived.
Yep. Oh, that's a great figure too.
That's a beautiful figure.
Yeah, and they've got the Enterprise, the Enterprise E captain's chairs coming, and then they're doing 2 captain's chairs for Star Trek: The Motion Picture and Star Trek 2. There's differences between the captain's chairs, but the Star Trek: The Motion Picture figure of Kirk and then of Spock in his black Vulcan robes, that figure is amazing. It's amazing.
I love X06.
I do too. And they have a commitment to giving you the whole, like they're saying that the Voyager crew might be done by the end of the year, or something, which is crazy.
Well, I mean, what's interesting is we have First Contact Data and we've got First Contact Picard. But we're gonna get TNG Riker and we're gonna get TNG LaForge.
And TNG Picard with his jacket from season 5.
With his season 5 onwards jacket, which so that to me says you got to do the rest.
Oh, they will. And I'll tell you something. I can't believe I'm going to admit this, but Worf in Picard season 3, when we first see Worf, I desperately want a figure of that costume. Worf, let's call him, how can I put this?
Captain Worf.
Let's call him, he's an intelligence officer.
Okay. Why is he wearing a captain's outfit?
That's from something else. Earlier in the show, that's not what he's dressed in the most.
Right.
Worf is basically a Klingon James Bond.
Oh.
And they went back, showrunner Terry Matalas went back to Dan Curry, who designed the Batleth for TNG.
Yeah.
And Dan Curry designed a new Klingon sword, a new Klingon bladed weapon that Worf uses, and he's wearing. It is badass. When we first see Worf, it's fucking badass, and I want that figure.
Michael Dorn's a good guy.
Yeah. Hey, you know what I just realized? I have to go turn off a hose. Let me be right back.
You turn off that hose.
I'm gonna turn off a hose.
I'm gonna turn off a hose.
I'm gonna turn off the hose. Just hold on.
So while Robert goes to turn off a hose, if I edit, then I'm gonna lose all the super chats. So here we go. The sex bots can just do sex box shit. Mr. Tickle Trunk has renewed their membership for 19 months at the 4th sensitive level. So thank you very much indeed. And just to continue a little bit of discussion, X06's stuff has been quality. Every model that every figure that I've received from them has been absolutely quality. Like I said, the latest one I got was the Judge Q, and I was just like, it was just perfect, absolutely perfect. So I think, you've got Hot Toys, obviously, but Dam's Toys, I love the level of detail in Dam's Toys. I love that. I think they're one of the hardest working companies, and X06 the same, because they are making Star Trek figures for Star Trek lovers, And even though they might be forced to do the Enterprise figure, not the Enterprise, the Discovery figures, we don't have to buy them. You don't have to buy them. Just got to get the good stuff. You got to show what we're really after. So yeah, I've been blown away, and that Archer just looked great. That Archer just looked absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I'm excited. J1 has become a member at the Stormtrooper level. So J1, thank you very much indeed. Some people missed out on their gifted subs. I'm just gonna say. And D has been a Force sensitive for 22 months and says good morning to Az and the wonderful Robert, and hail to the chat. I'm just going through the subs while Robert's waiting. We'll go through the super chat when Robert gets here. Bashi Washi gifted those 20 subs. Thank you, Bashi Washi. Earthworm Jim gifting those 10 subs. Thank you, Earthworm Jim. And I see you did a super chat, which I'll get to soon as well. And Matthew gifting those 10 subs as well. 20 subs. He gifted 2 lots of 10 subs, did Matthew. Sorry. Hey, people, you missed out on some gifted subs. 13 of you, 14 of you missed out on. Oh, doggo.
This is Sebastian, our puppy.
That is not a puppy.
He's 8 months old.
Wow.
Right, buddy?
Oh,
Right,
he's gorgeous. I saw Sebastian as a little puppy.
Yeah.
And you kind of fell a little bit in love very, very quickly.
Right, buddy? That's right, buddy.
He's gorgeous.
How you doing,
Like,
dude?
he is gorgeous. Yeah, hello.
He's a purebred
Hello.
poodle.
Wow.
You right, dude?
He's absolutely gorgeous. That 8 month, Jesus Christ.
Hey, oh, look at him. He licks my face.
I bet he,
Oh.
I bet he eats
Yes.
more than me. And that's saying something.
He's a very hungry boy. Are you a hungry boy?
No.
Yeah.
You're a growing boy, that's why. My mate's beagle just turned 1. Frank just turned 1, and holy cow. He's a cutie pie, but he's a handful.
Okay,
He's a
Sebastian,
cutie pie.
Better get down, okay, buddy?
Oh,
Okay.
he was kind
Here
of
we go.
liking it there by the looks of it.
Oh, he loves it. He loves it. He's always here playing and eating something he's not supposed to.
That sounds like me.
He's eating a couple of Star Trek novels.
No.
Yeah, he found him, and then I found him in the yard.
When I was babysitting Frank a few weeks ago, he came into the house. He ran upstairs. I'm like, I kind of like put things where I thought were okay. Some things I just never thought to move.
Yep.
And then my mate's just like giving me the bag, here's his food, here's his this, here's his lead, and all that. It took less than a minute for Frank to come down with Steve the goldfish in his mouth.
Oh no.
A plushie that I'd bought, a clownfish plushie. And Steve's in heaven now.
Yeah.
So I ran upstairs. No, sorry, actually, no. First of all, he had Mauler in his mouth. He had Mauler in his mouth, and he was chucking Mauler around. I was like, ah! So I managed to save Mauler, Rags, and Critical Drinker, but saving them came at the cost of Steve, the goldfish. And then Neon really kindly contacted us and was like, I'll send you another Steve. I was like, oh.
By the way, Bill Barkley says that Sebastian licked his butt before he licked my face. And I would say, Bill, what's your point?
Yeah. And
yes, and
tomorrow, Robert Meyer Burnett diagnosed with monkeypox.
Yeah, monkeypox, or I lose my eye. Something like that.
Something nice like that. Right, we got 2 golden nuggets with a £10. Says, beautiful to see you two black together. Oh, you two back together again. You two black together again. It's like,
we're black together
wow. Yeah. Why gotta be black? You inspired me to get my own toys. Now on my 11th. The Rambo First Blood by 3-0.
That's a great figure. Stallone was selling that figure on his website.
Nice.
Yeah.
Stallone's got fingers in pies. Can't say any more than that. I'm going to shush.
Wait, somebody, Batman Well says a dog devoured half of your Warhammer army. Is that true?
Not mine.
Oh, somebody said
maybe his army. Maybe his army.
Kidding.
No,
Yeah.
my Warhammer army is in this cabinet. They're safely stored in this cabinet.
I would hope so, because that would be bad.
That'd be very bad.
That would be bad.
I've got so much Warhammer stuff that I'm never going to paint. Quarter Black Garrett started recently, and some of the stuff I'm probably never going to paint. He's doing so. I'm like, dude, I'm sending it you. He's gonna, he's just like, that's so kind. And in my head, I'm thinking, I'm getting rid of shit. We're just like, that's some space cleared.
I know exactly how you
somebody said, are you going to do any more Lego streams? Yeah, when my bro comes up next, we're gonna do some monumental Lego streams because I've got some insane Lego, Robert.
Yeah, well, I know you. I mean, yes, and by the way, there's been so many great. Did you get the Spider-Man leg? Was it the Daily Bugle?
Daily Bugle. Yes, I did.
Did you build it yet?
No, not yet.
Oh,
that's in storage. But do you know what's down here? The Sanctum Sanctorum is underneath my thing, ladies. So that's under this table.
Yeah, I don't know what I did with them. I just got my big 4K box set from the UK of Doctor Strange.
Oh, I'll show you.
I don't know where it went though. Where did it go?
I'll show you a couple of 4Ks.
What'd you get? Oh, look!
This is Doctor Who and the Daleks. 4K.
Wait, is that both movies?
Oh, here's the other.
Oh, who puts the? Oh, dude, I gotta.
These came out in collector box sets for for each individual movie.
Oh man! Wow!
Oh yes!
Look at those! Look at those!
Look what
Invasion
you get with
Earth.
It. Yeah.
Wow! Oh, that's some swag, bro.
That is absolutely insane. 4K restorations on the pair of them. Peter Cushing was a darling. He was a darling.
Oh, he was great. I liked his Doctor Who. Ken Burrows says, did either of you order the Mirror Spock figure from X06?
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there on my shelf.
I would go like, bruh,
come on.
Sulu's
been pre-ordered.
Oh yeah. And
I love George Takei.
When I look at that Sulu figure, I mean, it's that Sulu, the face sculpt on Sulu, people don't understand. They're like, it's smile. He's saying when the cat's away, is Spock, is the captain here, is Spock here? He's saying that it's a face sculpt from an actual line of dialogue. I love it so much.
Yes, I love the face sculpt. I am one of these people that can thankfully see the character.
Oh yeah.
Like when I watch TNG, I see Picard. I don't start shouting at the screen at Patrick Stewart.
No.
As much as I'd love to. But they were the mirror Spock, if you don't have it, is divine.
It's great. Oh, it's so good. So good.
And,
I can't wait. They just, whatever they put out, I'll just buy it.
And we know that the Kirk's gonna come as well.
Oh yeah, and the McCoy.
Oh,
I need them all. I hope they do for their Star Trek: The Motion Picture line. I hope they do Disco McCoy when he first comes on the Enterprise with his
big beard,
because they have
maybe detachable beard.
Yeah, I mean, but they made Spock when he arrives and Kirk in his great Admiral uniform, and it would be awesome to get McCoy, in his big V-neck.
It'd be
disco.
different.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be so different. It'd be so different to do. God bless X06.
Oh yeah.
You're making dreams.
Yeah.
You really are. For Star Trek fans that are literally starved right now.
Yep.
Starved. You are making dreams for us right now.
Dreams
so
come
thank
true.
you. When you want to. Marksman of 117B. Love you, dude, by the way, with the $2 says, welcome back, Robert, as Stalker movie is now funded. Excellent. I need to drop them some shekels. I need to drop that. There's a video game, Stalker, Chernobyl, Shadow, something called Chernobyl. And this fan films, they're crowdfunding this fan film to make, but like they're putting out little videos on stuff. And you know, you just have to listen to one of these videos and you're like, these dudes are just like, they are so into it. Like, you know, we were going to do this gun and this gun, but actually we decided that it'd be better if we did that gun because that'd be more authentic to the Russian. And then with, you know, if we put that mask with it, because that would be the mask, you know, and you're just like, dude, you are fucking talking me into the bed. You know what I'm saying? You are just talking me into the bedroom.
Oh yeah.
Because yeah, that's what I want to hear. This is what I want to hear from the producers, the creators, the behind the scenes. I want to hear about your passion for this franchise, your passion for this project, your you know, meticulous detail.
Well, I'll tell you, that's the only reason people look. Everyone thinks I'm a paid off shill, and look, if I was a paid off shill, I'd flat out say they're paying me to shill. But Star Trek Picard Season 3 is one of the most drastic turnarounds of anything I've ever seen in terms of being something I hated and turned it into something I loved. And it's because of exactly what you just said. The showrunner is a fan of Star Trek and did deep dives into stuff, and it's unbelievable what they got away with.
I can't say anything that I know. Not that I know anything.
Yes, no, you don't know
I
anything.
don't know anything.
Yeah, but there's stuff in there that, yeah.
Let's just say Rob's talking me into the bedroom with this.
Yeah, come on. Let me tell you a few things.
Yeah. Let me tell you.
Where's your bedroom? Lead the way, big boy.
I got a new bed.
Let's go celebrate International Women's Day the right way. No, but in all seriousness,
I got news for you.
It's good.
Don't take my word for it. I do have a new bed, boy.
Oh, you do? I thought you were just kidding.
After living with plastic fucking containers and half of it.
Well, now it's a whole room.
I thought we might as well just do a whole new thing. Oh, Gary just sent me a really soppy text, and it's made me emotional.
Oh, well.
Right when I'm feeling vulnerable, because I'm so excited about certain things which are potentially happening. So, you know, within our fandoms, I'm talking about.
That's good.
Yeah.
There's good stuff. Hey, man, are you excited?
Gravy. Sorry. That's his name.
Are you excited for Andor?
Oh, fuck off. Do you know something? I thought the trailer to me was the best produced trailer out of anything I've seen from Disney for a good while.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm not meant to have emotions, so you know, let's just pretend it is that way.
I have heard it's quite good.
Yeah, but when the cast start talking about it's talking about a Trumpian world, it's rebalancing gender equality, and you're just like, shut up.
Yeah, I know, but hey, it's a spy thriller.
I mean, when does it start? September is it starting?
It starts in September.
We'll see.
And I'm really have high hopes for tomorrow for Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Targaryen Civil War could be good.
I don't think I'm going to watch it.
Not even the first episode.
Not right. I'll tell you why. Because season 8 killed Game of Thrones for me.
Yeah, I have to say I'm with you. I mean, I disliked season 8 so much that, and I loved, you know, all the way up to like the end of season 6, the Battle of the Bastards.
Yeah. I would be right there with you.
Unbelievable. And then season 7 started to get really loosey goosey with time and space, and it was weird. I mean, when the White Walkers had our heroes surrounded, and they sent a Raven to fly all the way down to Dragonstone, and Dany flies back. That's like Robert Baratheon. It took that guy a month to go from King's Landing to Winterfell in the first season of Game of Thrones. A month.
A month.
And these guys were under siege on an island in the north, and the White Walkers were there. They were fighting them off, and they sent a Raven, and Danny shows up in how long?
2 days, was it?
A couple hours or something. I mean, it was just, and that, what was so interesting was I didn't understand, as I'm watching the show as an astute viewer and a lover of Game of Thrones, when they did something like that. It's, as the viceroy of verisimilitude as I am, it's very hard for me to come back. And that was in season 7. And then the thing that really finally killed it for me was The Long Night, the episode with the White Walkers laying siege to Winterfell. And at the end, when Arya Stark, spoiler alert, takes out the Night's King, I'm like, wait a minute, what did these characters have to do with anything? They're in the show from the very beginning, and they were proven to be completely inconsequential to the plot. They had nothing to do with anything, and yet they're built up as this big threat for 8 seasons of television. And then they're just dispatched with, and they're rendering their entire involvement with the show moot.
Well, and making Jon Snow's storyline absolutely mute for 8 seasons. 8 seasons of build up for nothing.
And then, having, and then even Cersei and Jaime Lannister get buried under rocks. I mean,
they'd only stood 10 foot to the left.
And then Daenerys, I mean, I never understood this. Well, Daenerys' father was nuts, so she's just going to go nuts. That doesn't make any sense at all.
I know.
Like, she's been learning both the ups and downsides of different kinds of ruling. You can be a benevolent or a malevolent dictator. You can show mercy or not. She's been dealing with all of this. So you're waiting to see what kind of a ruler, if she ever sits on the Iron Throne, could she possibly be? What has she learned in her journey? Oh, nothing. She just went nuts and killed everybody.
And this is why. And it's made me apathetic. I am literally genuinely apathetic. Like, I can scream and shout about Star Trek because I love Star Trek and I'm so fucked off with the situation. Same with a lot of superhero stuff. But with the Game of Thrones, because I never read the books, so to me, it was the show for me.
Right.
And
well, the books aren't finished.
I know the books aren't finished. Yes. There's, Wings of Winter's halfway through, probably. Still another book to come after that. It's never going to finish. George is, I don't mean this horribly, but, George is going to pass before they finish. And so to have like such a, 6 great series of TV, some will argue 5, whatever. I know, I'd say 6. I was all in at the Battle of the Bastards. But season 7, like I said, you got a little bit like, this is, and then season 8, and that was that second to last episode when she moosed King's Landing. I was laughing, Robert, because I thought it descended into comedy. I was literally just laughing, going, "Oh no!" And that was it. I was done. And then episode 8 was, or the last episode of season 8 was so pathetic. Nothing.
And to me, that was sort of what I didn't understand. Like, we've got shows like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, where someone like a Vince Gilligan they've thought about, or even like I love For All Mankind, and For All Mankind, Ron Moore, who started on Next Generation and co-created Battlestar Galactica, he co-created For All Mankind. They have a plan, like they pay off stuff that they planted 2 seasons ago, and then they pay it off. And that's, I think, what we expect from our showrunners for all of our great, we're getting great television shows. We expect that kind of thoughtfulness. And
but
when you don't,
Vince was there. It was his project.
Yes, it was his.
And, Dan and Dave, no, you could tell how reliant they were on the books and George R.R. Martin. Because to me, Breaking Bad is like TNG, that had one of the greatest endings, I think, to a TV show
ever.
Yeah, ever.
And
it was so good.
What's really interesting too is that, like, Jesse Pinkman, they were going to kill him in the first season.
Yes.
And then they see how that character, Bryan Cranston and how Aaron Paul, how they interacted with one another. and what that relationship was. And they were able, because Vince Gilligan can make these decisions, they were able to pivot and make their relationship the core of that show, you know, and take it all the way. And I think that my whole thing about modern entertainment, genre entertainment, my big thing that I'm always harping on about is authorship. I want to feel that the creators of the show are smarter than I am.
Yes.
That they make decisions that surprise me. And that don't feel like they're
not in a Ryan Johnson way.
Yeah, no. And I want to feel that, like, look, you know, the thing that really bothers me about, like, Star Trek, for instance, Star Trek is an allegorical show. It was always about allegory. And in the 60s, when the show started, there were Star Wars has always been socially, or Star Trek, pardon me, has always been socially relevant. Like, they were always trying to do address issues of racism or the Vietnam War or something, but they couldn't do it directly because standards and practices wouldn't let them. Same with the original Twilight Zone or the original Outer Limits. So they had to do it in allegorical fashion, which I thought was amazing. So we got some
but it wasn't always the driving force of the show.
No.
You would have your social issues and you have your moral issues. And
yes.
you have your humanistic. So it always varied and was always, you know, kind of surprising you with what it was going to deal with. I wouldn't say, but it was never socially justice because they were never preachy. It was always open to you to make your decision.
Well, you know what? Yes. And yes, that's exactly. They never told you what you were supposed to think. They gave you things to think about.
Yes, they gave you things to think about. Exactly.
And that's what great storytelling does. Great storytelling leaves it open for the audience. You know, the authors obviously have a certain point of view, and Star Trek in its original form was fairly progressive and liberal, but it also had a conservative, it still came out of the military tradition. You know, it's still the Camelot idea of Kennedy's America and all that and how it started, but it's still at its core was about really, really competent people trying to do the best they could in extraordinary situations. And you had to be the best of the best. You had to be, you were the people on the Starship Enterprise were the very best at everything.
Absolutely.
And what's been frustrating to me about modern Star Trek is it celebrates the middle of the road. You know, it celebrates like, hey, you know what? Anybody can be on a starship now.
No,
because you know anybody.
You can't.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's very frustrating to watch. I mean, everybody would never survive, and you know. And I watch as much as Anson Mount is a very charismatic, very handsome man. He's really easy on the eyes. He's great to watch. Strange New Worlds, I don't believe it. I don't believe any of it. I don't believe that the captain would have all these people into his cabin. There's no sense of decorum. There's no sense of
structure
of command. Nothing. Everybody's just whatever. You can say whatever you want on the bridge, man. It's all good, dude. Woohoo! You know. And there was a really great scene in the final episode of For All Mankind when Dev, who's the leader, he's basically this collectivist leader of Helios. You know, and he feels he's been screwed over by the board. Who because he's been making bad decisions, and he's always been collectivist. He's like, he doesn't even have an office, and he's always saying to his company, yes, we're part of this big collective. Well, at the end of the episode, Dev tries to play on that, and he goes, we could all leave here and go start something new. And his employees that have been following him are like, yeah, but what about our stock options? And are we going to make him the same amount of money? And this is why I love For All Mankind, because you hear all this talk about let's turn communist and let's be collectivists and all that. And in this episode, his employees, basically these collectivists, basically are like, no, I don't want to do that. I want my stock options and I want to get paid.
Yeah.
And it was because we've built this company up, and I understand how idealistic you want us to be. And I love For All Mankind, and I love when they did that, because there's a lot of other shows where they would have said, yes, let's leave, let's stand on principle, and we don't need our stock options, and we don't need to get paid. But not For All Mankind. And For All Mankind it's one of the most, talk about progressive and representation shows on TV. It's probably the best. It does more than anyone else, but it does it organically based on the stories that they've been telling over the course of the show. And I thought for sure they were going to go all like leftist and collectivist or whatever. And they're like, nope. You might have thought we would have, but we're smarter than that. It was really interesting.
Kind of like this money business.
Yeah, we need it. I got to get paid.
Yes, gotta get paid.
I got to get paid for my work. That's why Young Ripa has my utmost respect.
Oh, hell yeah. There was a great tweet. I mean, for them, embarrassing as fuck. But somebody said to him, it's like you expect people with no money to get a book. It's like, what?
Oh, I saw that. And somebody was also complaining. They're like, you're charging too much money. I mean, why aren't you just printing these off in your house? I'm like, anybody, I've self-published my own comic book. And anybody that knows anything about printing and good paper and all that, you're not just hitting print on your LaserJet printer.
No.
I mean, you have to pay a printing company.
My family ran a printing business.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of get what goes on, you know. I've actually, helped out there. You know what I mean? Print it on your LaserJet.
I know.
And then just fold it up and fucking stick a staple in it or some shit.
I actually saw that exchange. I don't know if you retweeted it or I saw the exchange about somebody pissed off that they had to pay. You're asking me to pay this much for a book and he's bagging and boarding the books as well. You know, and that means somebody has to actually bag and board those books by hand.
Yeah, he's got a network of people there.
Yeah, like he's paying people to do the work.
Yes.
And
he's created jobs.
Yeah, yes. And he's paying his pencilers and his colorists.
Yes.
You know, and his letterer.
And he's paying them better than mainstream's paying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But hey. Oh, Ma. You're never going to buy one anyway. You were never going to buy one anyway. If it was free, you wouldn't have even taken one. I love it. It's so weird. Because we've talked about social justice and social. You literally have a leftist's dream with Eric July, but because Eric doesn't share their same politics,
yeah,
he's vilified. It's insanity. This is where the narrative falls apart, because it's not about bringing people in. It's not about being diverse and allowing more voices, allowing more. No, it's allowing diversity that's got the same opinion as you.
Right. Oh, well, that's the thing. I mean, I look at someone like Eric July creating, the Ripaverse. I mean, he's a black man creating his own art.
Yeah.
In his own way.
Mm-hmm.
He's not relying on anyone else except himself.
Correct.
To finance it and all that. I'm like, it is the dream.
That's the American dream.
It's the American dream. I mean, he is the
Renaissance man.
He's getting paid.
Yes,
he's getting paid.
That's what's pissing them off.
But
ultimately,
I look at it. I'm like, that's pretty much the definition of America right over there.
Yes,
what he's done.
Yes,
based on his own work. It's not like he had to fleece a fly. I mean, it's amazing. And I know a lot of people look to crowdfunding as fulfilling their dreams, but he did something that a lot of crowdfunders didn't do. He made his product first.
Well, he didn't crowdfund.
Right.
That's just it. He did not crowdfund.
Right. And so
this is my product.
Yep.
It's pretty much ready to go.
Yep.
I'm taking pre-orders. That's what he's doing.
I love that your cat's behind you and you can see.
I know she's behind me, and I'm actually getting a treat for her.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
No, but I think that it's so funny when I read somebody objecting to what he's done.
How?
I mean, I'm like, why would you possibly do that? I mean, he did everything correctly.
Yes. But he didn't have the right politics, Robert.
Business trumps politics. me.
Yes. Do you know how many shits Eric July gives? No shit.
None.
No shits whatsoever. And he'll get his sport playing with these people. He'll get his sport out of it. And then when he's finished having his sport, he'll go into his warehouse and he'll fucking deal with his business.
Yes. And how cool. I mean, if he's going to create an entire universe, comics universe, how many other creators is he going to allow to realize their dreams?
Oh, yeah. People could approach him. I have this idea for this character. I think it would synergize with you on a universe because of this, and you know, this is a guy to be pitched at if you got ideas.
Yeah. I mean,
better if you got something tangible.
Isn't that the dream?
That is the dream. That is the dream. I got nothing but fucking mass love for that man.
Yep.
Good on him. Just fucking good on him.
Plus, the comic looks good. I mean, ultimately, we might get a great comic out of it.
I bought my stuff. I know what I want. Got myself a little t-shirt going. Got those lenticular. I like the look of that. I want to put them into like a frame.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Those lenticulars into a frame. So that's gonna be cool. Yeah. So Ass Gravy. With a 20 Swedish. Sorry, it's not correct. It's arse gravy. As the British would say, arse gravy. With a 20 Swedish says the Collect Man and Horde Wonder is back again. I think I've been outed as a little bit of a hoarder. Well,
no, you realized you had a problem and you called for help. And you organize things and have a storage locker. So now you know.
Yeah, so holding that.
Graph Webb asks again. We talked about Eaglemoss earlier. I'm bummed out about Eaglemoss, dude. To be honest,
big time.
I mean, that's why. I've been going back and getting all of the XL starships that I missed. And these XL die-cast Eaglemoss starships, the big ones, I always thought a lot of them are too small, but these XL size, this is one of my favorite lines of Star Trek product ever. These XL ships, they're really, really good.
The shuttlecraft are incredible.
They're incredible, and these larger XL versions. I mean, yeah, do I have bigger starships? Sure. But I do love these XL versions. They're really, really good.
Is that Nebula class, that one?
Nebula class, bro. I mean, come on. This, and I showed this earlier, but this runabout, this is a chunky boy. This is a great runabout.
I love the look of that runabout.
Oh, it's great. And the stands they're on are great, and how they went out of, I don't understand. Receivership, what a bummer.
I know it's sad. It's sad. Hopefully, something will come out of the ashes if it, does go that way. But Mr. Turkle Trunk with the 5 Canadian says the dynamic duo have dished out dough. The team of torrential plastic tat together again. The hot toy universe is now repaired. The Earth is healing.
It is healing.
It is now. I gotta say, Robert, it's been beautiful doing this with you today.
It has been so much fun to see you. I've missed you. And by the way, we got our prisoner figures coming, and I'm worried because
be a good day.
I'm worried because I moved since we ordered the prisoner figures, and I haven't figured out how to tell them. Can I change my address?
Did you see that they've changed the rover?
Oh, they did. No,
they've made it deeper now. They've kind of made it deeper. So
okay. By the way, Phaserface says the Enterprise C is a very nice XL. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get that yet. That's why I got to go to Vegas next week so I can buy all those XLs that I don't. Although I'm a little strapped for cash now because I have a little tax issue, but that's fine. Not a bad thing. I mean, it's a good thing, but it's
always the fucking tax.
Well, this is a new tax problem. Came out of the blue. They drop it on you when you purchase, homes and things like that. There's always some hidden fee that no one told you about. So,
the Enterprise C is great. It's a great balanced mixture between the B and the D.
Yeah,
that's great bridge.
I always love that.
But yeah, it was yesterday's Enterprise is
so good. So
when
good.
I just recently rewatched the whole of TNG, by the way.
Oh, you did?
Since we last spoke
and how
since
does
last
it hold
did the show.
up?
Dude, I think Next Generation season 3 is the greatest greatest season of TV there's ever been.
Oh, it's so good. The season 3 is so good because that's when you get things like the enemy, and you get the defector, and you get obviously Best of Both Worlds and yesterday's Enterprise, and Admiral Jarok, the defector.
Oh, that is so good.
Yeah, so good.
And that, folks, subverts you in the right way.
Indeed it does.
Also, I never realized I never realized how good season 6 was.
Season 6 is really good.
That is a really, really good season. I was kind of surprised at how good, because I thought, we're out of season 5. It's just slightly on the decline now. Not in a big way, because it was never seriously on the decline.
Season 6 has the Chain of Command 2-parter.
Yes,
which is my favorite Star Trek 2-parter.
It's insanely good.
It's so good. Boiled taspa. When I was a child, I had to eat boiled taspa. That's so gross. So gross.
Just the way that Picard just gets stuck right in.
Yeah.
I see you appreciate.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, he's talking about the
David
eggs,
Warner.
and he's talking about how the bullies got him with the eggs and broke his arm.
Yep.
And then he thinks he's told this story of courage standing up, and then Picard just says,
"Yeah,
I will always look at you as a child, pathetic
boy,
whatever."
I mean, it's so, and also Ronnie Cox does not get enough credit for being
Jellicoe. Jellicoe did nothing wrong. Jellicoe did nothing wrong.
He was right.
Yes.
Jellicoe was right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you'll find it a little better than when you left it. When he says,
I hope you find it a little bit. Yeah, that was. I mean,
and
Jellicoe did nothing wrong. Riker was in the wrong.
Riker was in the wrong. There's no joy in what you do. And I'm like, dude, it's a wartime situation. They've given you a wartime captain. He's not here to make sure that the day shift comes on and feels good about themselves. It's like we are potentially about to start a galactic conflict.
Yeah,
I don't need you to give me a bunch.
There's about to be a Cardassian Federation war if this goes wrong. Stop fucking wanting me to massage your feelings and let's get some shit done. I mean, oh god, Jellicoe is the best. Ronnie, oh my god, XO6, if you're watching. If you're watching a Captain Jellicoe, please.
I would love. I mean, you know what they could do? I mean, with people like Captain Jellicoe, even if they just gave us head sculpts, you could just re-release uniforms, and there are characters. Once you have the Next Generation uniforms out, you've already got the female body for Janeway. So you could do whatever figures you wanted. You could do if you wanted to do Ro Laren, or you wanted to pick your female Starfleet. I love a Ro Laren and a Shelby.
Yeah. I mean, she's a great. When I was younger, when I was watching it first time, I never connected with Ro Laren. I didn't like her much. And then watching it as I've got older, and I don't know if it's because I've just experienced more life and matured a bit, but she became such a good character.
Yeah, she was originally supposed to go on to I for a year right after I got divorced. I moved in. Some friends of mine rented a house, and it was an upper and lower apartment. And I rented the upper apartment. And she lived. Michelle Forbes, the actress, lived across. She lived across the street from us. So she would come over, and we'd have dinner and stuff. And she didn't know. I talked about this. I said, your character was supposed to be on Deep Space Nine as the series regular.
Oh, that would have made sense.
Yeah, and she says, I know, but because she only did, I think, 9 episodes of TNG, and she goes, I just didn't know, I wasn't, because these actors aren't fans, they're not geeks like us. They had no idea, and she had a pretty good. She was in a movie with Brad Pitt called California.
Yeah.
And David Duchovny actually. and Juliette Lewis.
Yeah.
And so she had a good, interesting career jumping around all these different shows and things. So she
was great in the Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, she was so
spin-off.
Well, when I lived across the street from her, I told her, I said, you know, they're going to bring your character back because a friend of mine was working on the visual effects crew, Mojo. She goes, oh, no, I'm dead. I go, just you wait. There's going to be a movie called Razor, and you're going to come back, and it's going to be a flashback. And I remember she came over to the house, and she's like, what more do you know? What else do you know about my career? And it was because it was months later she finds out that they're going to make that. And, you know.
By the way, of course, David Warner passed away like 2 weeks ago, which was
amazing.
I mean, my God, that man was amazing.
Incredible. You know,
Incredible.
when I interviewed Patrick Stewart about there's a documentary. So when we did the full series box set of the TNG Blu-rays, we also did these individual discs of the two-parters. They released them as movie-only versions, like cut together as a movie. And we did Chain of Command. So I interviewed Ronnie Cox. I never got to interview David Warner, but I interviewed Ronnie Cox. And it was funny because Patrick Stewart said that the greatest Hamlet that he had ever seen on the British stage was David Warner as Hamlet.
Wow.
And that Rick Berman told him, he said, yeah, you know, I got a friend of yours coming on the show. He's got David Warner. And Patrick Stewart's like, I couldn't believe it. Like he couldn't, I loved hearing one British actor who admired another British actor.
Sure.
There was no sense of fandom or anything. He's like, I couldn't believe David Warner was going to come on the show. And, you know, you see Patrick Stewart is a geek about British theater, you know,
yeah,
you know, and
Big
how much
time.
he loved having David Warner. And basically, if you think about it, that's an episode where two of these giants of the British of the Royal Shakespeare Company are basically sitting down across from each other acting. I mean, Patrick Stewart's just in a chair.
Oh, they're going for it, you know,
going for it. It's so great.
And like the beauty of David Warner as an actor is he was so he always felt in control.
Yes.
You know, he was a very controlled actor. So even if it was controlled anger, it would be controlled.
Yeah.
But his delivery was just like, I mean, Patrick Stewart's delivery is insane in TNG.
Sure.
If you just, you know, if that's what, because, you know, I've seen it so many times now, but I always go back to rewatch the whole thing every 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
And so because I know what's going to happen, you know, I tend to look at different aspects of the show. So I tend to look at now, I'm sort of like more looking at the performances of the people and the way that they interact and how organic does it feel. And it's crazy how much it is. But just those, like the way that Patrick Stewart would just like pause, look, you know, just these subtle actions which could easily be lost. You probably have. Sorry, I'm dying for a piss now. You probably have. But have you seen the original Janeway footage? And then have you seen
with
Kate
Mulgrew?
Yeah. And you look at her, and I'm not trying to disrespect her. I know she's passed on now. I think maybe. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I might be wrong. But you know, not trying to disrespect her in any way. But you look at the way that she did that scene, and then you look at the way that Kate Mulgrew did that scene.
Yeah.
And it, you know, no disrespect, but it's poles apart.
Well,
you know, it's like Mulgrew got it. It's like she really kind of got it, and at the same time, you know, we just fell into that role and poor.
Well, you know, some actors sometimes they just don't connect with the role.
Sure,
you know, by no fault
exactly
of their own. You know, it's funny. One of my favorite things, Nicholas Meyer, who directed Star Trek 2 and Star Trek 6.
You carry on. I'm gotta go get this.
Go piss. Go. Speaking of David Warner, folks, he passed away. If you've never seen it, Nicholas Meyer, who directed Star Trek 2 and Star Trek 6, he also directed the TV movie The Day After about a nuclear exchange. His first feature film was a science fiction movie starring Malcolm McDowell and Mary Steenburgen called Time After Time. And I think it came out in 1979. It's a time travel film. It's a wonderful movie about H.G. Wells, the real H.G. Wells, played by Malcolm McDowell, has really built a time machine, and David Warner plays a friend of his who also turns out to be Jack the Ripper. And in order to escape from the police, Jack the Ripper borrows H.G. Wells' time machine and goes to present day, at the time it was 1979, present day San Francisco, and H.G. Wells has to go into the future and chase him. And it's a wonderful movie, and David Warner's performance is incredible, and it's a really, really delightful film. It's got a Miklos Rosa score. It's just a great movie, and it's a great science fiction movie. And somebody says there was a TV series about Time After Time. I heard that. It didn't last long. Yeah, it was great though. Really good movie. So it's funny. Bad Shroom says, borrow. How is he going to return it? They deal with that in the movie. There is a return feature on the time machine that if you don't have the key, the time machine will return to its place of origin. And Jack the Ripper doesn't have the key. He can only go forward, and that's it. But it was great. So check it out if you want to. It's very, very good. But anyway,
hi.
Yeah, I was just talking about Time After Time, the David Warner movie. Time After Time.
Yeah, I mean, good God, good day. I mean, God. Blessed with the actual quality of actor.
So yeah, so good.
He's so good. 421 Spaceman with a through Australian says, "Hey, Ayers and Rob from Australia. Ayers, when's your next Lego stream?" Next Lego stream is going to be when Bro comes up next. Then we're going to have a monster couple of days of Lego building. Because I'll have a couple more cabinets up. So we're going to get some tings built and then some tings go on cabinet, which is going to be in my room, these next two cabinets.
Nice.
Why, yes. Dio Brando with a £4.49 says, just got into Star Wars Hot Toys this year.
Ooh.
Had a delivery from Toys Wonderland this week. Dispatch was delayed, but shipping was quick. I got 10 figures now. Doing better than me. Than on Toys Wonderland. That's all I got to say. I'm worried, though, because Toys Wonderland is the place that I've got my Gandalf.
Yeah, I've got my the thing. I've got a lot coming from them, but they're not doing well by, when I finish paying something off on partially or whatever, then I have to remind them and be like, "Hey, yo, what's going on?" Bill Barkley.
I get good communication on Dispatch.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, I got a lot of things.
Then where it goes after that, fuck knows.
Yeah. Somebody, Luminous Brilliance in the chat says Somewhere in Time. Says question for R&B, Somewhere in Time. Well, that's not a question. That's just a statement. But I love Somewhere in Time. It's got a great John Barry score. It's really good.
Oh, and John Barry.
Bill Barkley says, I think that one thing Rob doesn't have is a Lego Enterprise. Lego doesn't make an Enterprise. Mega Bricks or something. Some other company makes that. Which is fine. Yeah, but I like Somewhere in Time. It's great. It's Jane Seymour and Christopher Reeve. It's a devastating romance. So yeah, it's good. Love it. Great score.
Jobs McGee with a £5 says, just what I needed when trying to kick my hot toy addiction. Great to see you guys back together again. Hey, I hope you didn't have your wallet on you.
I warned everybody on Twitter. I said, we're not responsible for whatever financial situation you find yourself in after this stream.
I think this was the stream where we say, bring your wallet.
Yeah, it is true. And the answer is always yes. Bring it.
No. Do it. Apart from when it's no.
Yeah.
Which I've learned. The answer is always yes. Michael Storm with a 5 Bagnons says, can you please make this a regular show for the weekends? I really enjoy watching you talk about statues and figures.
I mean, we could. It's funny because it's hard working so much during the week. We'll have to see where it goes. I mean, we'll talk about it this week.
We'll have a talk. Yeah, Rob and I will have chit chat. We'll see. Can't promise anything, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Mudder Derp with a $2 says, "Holy fuck, y'all have returned! Hail to you too."
Oh my god, we never finished, by the way, reviewing Squid Game.
No, we didn't. We got to episode 7.
I think we did. No, we never
finished that.
Well, still a good stream. Still a good show.
It was a great show.
It was a great show.
Great show. I need to check out to see if there's any more good stuff.
Well, people are still firing in super chats too. To you.
Oh yeah. I mean, sorry. I meant on Netflix from Korea.
No, I was just looking. I didn't realize people. Yeah, Netflix. But I was going to say, somebody fired in a super chat and says, "Cheers to my favorite Yorkshire man." I'm the one that says. I didn't say that this time, but you're my favorite Yorkshire man. I always say that.
Thank you.
I'm going to come to you one day. I'm just going to knock on your door.
I'll say, "Here, hold this."
I'm going to show up in the UK. We're going to go to your local. Do you live within walking distance of a good pub?
No.
Oh.
I live in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Oh, really? So I can't just walk. I can't take the bus into town and then find.
They used to be, but now, that stuff's easy enough.
Wow.
But sorry, I got something in my teeth, so I got my I think get out. They used to be, but it used to just get, which is really because I live in a nice, village in the middle of fucking nowhere. But this pub used to get very, very naughty. So it ended up constantly changing hands and then eventually just closing. And now it's been turned into something else.
That's
sad. I am.
Well,
when you don't know if you're on the right tooth.
That's what she said.
Yeah, yo.
I'm telling you.
I think I must have got it. I must have. Something's not there no more. On Theatre became a member at the Stormtrooper level. Thank you. Chris C with a $5 says, "The best show on YouTube is back. I missed you guys." Oh, thank you, Chris, man. Appreciate you. That's when Matthew dropped his first 10 subs. Tyler Maudlin with a $10 says, "Robert, as I feel all is right with the world when you two are talking toys. Please don't stop. Currently working on my gunpla for an upcoming competition." Ooh, even ooh.
Send us pictures of that. I love Gundam models.
And you guys are just the icing on the cake.
Wow, I hope you win.
I just want cake. I just want cake now. Matthew then dropped another 10 gifted subs to the chat. Thank you. Martino Shimone, Swiss, with a 20 Swiss francs with a bunch of mind-blown emojis when Robert and I said we might continue this again.
We might continue.
Earthworm Jim gifted 10 subs then, and Bashi Washi gifted 20 subs. Then Earthworm Jim, he just dropped a $50 super, no message, just walked up to me, rammed it in my pants, turned around, walked off.
Didn't even want to reach around.
Boy, he got a good grope when he stuck it down my pants in all fairness. It's $50, so I wasn't complaining,
Yeah, I'm not complaining.
Yeah, 50. So, if it's a 5, we go, yeah. But it's 50, so I'll take it.
Collector King does mention that the Mega Bloks Enterprise is pretty nice. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Oh, if Lego officially got,
well, I feel that with Star Trek, it's really the Star Trek toy licenses and stuff have always been all over the place.
Yes.
And, it's great to now have, I hate to see the demise of Eaglemoss, but Eaglemoss was around for a while, and we got 10 years of Eaglemoss starships and things. So that's pretty great. And then XO6. XO6 and Eaglemoss might be my favorite Star Trek toy licensees ever.
They approached me once many years ago.
Who
About
did?
20 Eaglemoss.
Oh.
About 2014. And they said, "Hey, we think your channel would be great to push some of our products." And I liked Eaglemoss, and my channel was very small at the time, legitimately really small at the time. And I didn't want to accept the sponsorship because I didn't think I could do them justice at the time.
Wow.
That's so as you know, like, thank you very much. I just think my channel is too small, and I just don't, I don't think I could do you guys the justice. So,
the answer is always yes, as
I have a moral code.
Yeah, but when people are giving you free starships, the answer is always yes.
Oh, nowadays I'd say yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
We're going into administration, and we've only got a few things. Wait, show me.
Please just send me the remaining XL stock that I don't have.
Yes, just send me everything.
I just need an XL Enterprise C, which I don't have. I also need the XL Deep Space Nine.
Oof, whoa, yeah.
Hard to find. Of course, if I went to Vegas, I could find them. I'm sure the prices are all jacked up. But still.
I know. Does Chris have it? I've seen it in the background of somebody's stream.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, there's difference. The Deep Space Nine or the Enterprise C?
Might be comics division.
Could be. I need to get the Deep Space Nine, the Eaglemoss Deep Space Nine, because or I could just build my unbuilt big model of Deep Space Nine and hang it up from the ceiling.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Andrew Matthews with a £5 says, I got the Fjord statue from Critical Role. 4 characters ordered from season 1. That's it. That got big with the role-playing stuff.
Have you seen, speaking of statues, I don't usually buy, but I have to have this, even though it's like $3,000. Have you seen this quarter-scale statue of the Hulk in the Maestro? With all of the dead superhero things that he's killed, like all the arm.
No.
Okay. Let me find you. Let me send you.
Have you seen the £11,000 Final Fantasy 6 statue from Square Enix?
No.
Yeah, I have. I ain't spending £11,000 on it.
Okay, here it is. Is it version A or version B? There's A and B. And here I'm gonna put this. Oh yeah, it's only $3,500.
Only. Drop in the ocean.
Yeah, it's let me see if it's, and he's sitting on. Okay, this is. I guess I have to have version. It's version B that you want. Version B with all the swagger. I don't know. I'll send this to you because you want it all. But so here, I'll put this in the private chat and you can see it. It's let's see. Okay, there it is. There's a link in the private chat. But you got to get the one where it's got all the things that all the Maestro sitting on a sentinel head throne, and it's all he's killed all of the X-Men and the Marvel characters. I love that 2-part Maestro comic. What is it? The End, I think it's called, or something. And with old Hulk surrounded by a harem of women and all the there's Doctor Strange's cape and stuff. This is great. Oh yeah, it's the version B that you want. You want to get the exclusive version B with the pre-order. That's the one where it has all the different. Here's
Loki. You got Loki. You got Professor X, Black Panther.
Yeah, that's it, right? That's the one, dude.
The symbiotes.
Yep.
Carnage and Venom symbiote. Oh wow.
How great it's Doctor Strange's cloak, Captain America's shield.
Juggernauts.
I mean,
helmet.
Come on. How great is that?
God damn. Thor's hammer, Captain America's shield. Holy.
Yeah, I really want this. It would be irresponsible.
Iron Man War Machine, obviously at the back.
Yeah.
Hot diggity damn.
Yeah. Although they do have flexible payments. Although, I can't be buying anything right now.
I know. But
I know, right? You're like,
Oh, I thought it said 30 centimeters long. No, 130 centimeters long.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Dude, come on. Old
Wow.
Hulk.
Is
Yeah.
that the Infinity Gauntlet he's holding?
Yes. Yep.
He's wearing Captain Marvel's sash around his waist.
Come on.
Wow. That is redonkulous.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, I'm in awe. I could stare at this for a long time.
How great is that?
145 kilograms. What the actual
I
fuck?
know. Elizabeth's like, she doesn't like statues. She likes action figures. But if I were to get this, even she might think, well, that's pretty cool.
If I got this, I'd put this in the bedroom right next to the bed and I would look at it when I banged.
Well, now that you can fit a girl in there.
I can think I can fit a girl in it. Wow. That is insane. I'm just gonna bookmark that. Just because, you know,
that's the version B exclusive version. And it's only $3,600.
With a 1,000. Oh, that what? No. Oh, what's SGD dollars?
I don't know. It's 3,600 American dollars, I guess.
Is it? Because it's no, that version B here is coming up at $4,500.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh well. Deposit $1,500.
Of course it is.
Of course. Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know.
Oh my god, the fucking things light up.
Oh yeah, they do. Yep. The trophy cases.
Oh, he's sitting on the head of a sentinel.
Yeah.
He's turned the head of a sentinel into a throne.
And you know what? I just realized behind him, it looks like he has Silver Surfer surfboard.
Yes, he does. 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 Yes, he.
Come on, man.
Why did you show me that?
Yeah. Yep. I want it.
If I put shelving like that high. That's a doozy.
I know.
Martino Simone. These suave Swiss. With a 2 Swiss francs says bad as. No, good as. D has been a Force sensitive member for 22 months and says good morning to Az, the wonderful Robert, and hail to the chat. That's when Matthew gave another 10 sub gift. Guys, you gotta pick up your gifts. People aren't collecting the gifts. There's been like 100 gifted subs and like 50 people have taken them.
You
gotta grab them. You gotta take them by the hand. Matthew with a 10 gifted subs there. Martino Simone with another 2 Swiss francs says to clarify, Michael Dawn is bad as. Boom.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. GJJ has become a Stormtrooper member. Thank you. And SJ Almighty has been a Stormtrooper for 27 months. John Q Ghost gifted 5 subs to the stream. SJ Almighty gifted 5 subs to the stream. Boobies. I had to do that. DD on the PayPal side tipped £20 and says, glad you're having fun. Great to see you with RMB again.
So much fun.
DD, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. G-Man. No, SJ Almighty gifted 5 subs as well. Grab them subs. Grab them subs. Grab them. You grab them like a fat boy grabs cake. Or just me. J-Man with a $2 says, any Hulk figures? Any fucking Hulk figures?
Gosh.
Hulk
there?
display recommendations. I reckon we might have just had one.
I think so. Although I have to say, I am a fan of. I think Hot Toys has made 4 Hulks.
They made OG Hulk. With Banner.
They made
Ultron,
stretchy pants Hulk,
and they made Professor Hulk,
and they made Gladiator Hulk from
Gladiator
Ragnarok,
Hulk,
which is a Grail figure for me that I don't own.
I ain't gonna lie. Yesterday I was looking on the Bay of E, and I was just looking at 1 in 6 Hulks. That's what I was looking at. I need to have a proper Hulk in my collection.
Yeah, I've got the original. I have the original Hulk.
The Gladiator Hulk's got the best head sculpt though of any of them.
I love the Gladiator Hulk. Is the greatest. I love that Hulk so much. Did you buy it?
No.
No.
I actually had my eyes on the Banner Hulk 2-pack.
Oh yeah.
That's the one that I was lusting over, but it's the Hulk's very expensive.
Very expensive.
Very expensive. Hey, Queen Studios. How you doing? So there you go. Excuse me. There you go, J-Man. Earthworm Jim has been a stormtrooper for 7 months. Earthworm Jim, you've been exceedingly generous today, sir. Ladar with a 200 checks says, "Hey, boss, if you're looking for mods, Mardiart offered to help, and he's modding for Garrett already. He should be in the chat." Oh, okay, under there. Hello, are you there?
Hello, it's me.
It's me I'm looking for. Thank you. I shall look for them in a strum. Thank you, laid out. Maximum M with a £2 says, "Rob, what did you think of Strange New Worlds? Please." There they are.
What did I think of it? I thought it was a copy of a copy of a copy. And I think that Strange New Worlds is a TV show that is based on the charisma and handsomeness of one person. And I think some of it is okay. But too often the writers depend on other people's work. I thought the Balance of Terror episode was the final episode of the season. I thought was ridiculous and made little sense.
I gave up after an episode, by the way.
What's that?
I gave up after one episode.
Yeah, there was one episode I liked, even though it was a ripoff of an Ursula K. Le Guin story called "Those Who Walk Away from Umlaus." I couldn't believe it. They didn't credit her. And you've got Alex Kurtzman going, "Yes, we took it from this Ursula K. Le Guin story." I'm like, well, how about story by Ursula K. Le Guin? Why not give her some credit?
Oh, because you have to pay her fucking estate, you stingy fucks.
And then they also completely ripped off the backstory for number one's character from Dorothy Fontana's book, Vulcan's Glory.
Ooh, don't you dare.
And then, and it's interesting to me. It's like, yeah, I understand Paramount does own Star Trek novels, but when you go in and you specifically you pilfer from an actual Star Trek novel written by Dorothy Fontana of all people, and you make that one of your main characters, not only do you make it her, not only do you rip off the backstory from a Star Trek novel, and you double down on it by making that story a big part of season 2. And I think it's gross. I think it's gross that they, and look, if something has appeared on screen before and you want to sequelize that episode because it's appeared within the context of the show, I think that's fine. But when you actually go into a Star Trek novel and take something out, and you're using it, the WGA has no jurisdiction over that. Even though the person's dead, I think give her a screen credit. You know, story by Dorothy Fontana. Why not? It's gross, and I don't like that they do that. And
well, I don't like what they do with modern Star Trek.
I mean, it's really interesting, because if you're going to go back and literally revisit a Star Trek episode from the original series, Deep Space Nine did it the right way. for the 30th anniversary of Star Trek, Troubles and Tribulations. They
yeah.
They literally go back and use footage from that episode.
Yeah.
In Strange New Worlds, they recreated Balance of Terror, but then they did things that I thought was inexplicably odd. In that, one of the great things about Balance of Terror as an episode is you actually spend some time on the Romulan ship, and the relationship the Romulan commander has with his Centurion, his first officer, his friend, is really, really good. And in this retelling of Balance of Terror, they make the Centurion and the captain at odds. They make the Centurion a douchebag that sells his captain out. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. You either play it straight or you don't. And the idea that they changed one of the great things about that episode was meeting and gaining insight into the Romulan culture, and they just dumbed the whole thing down. And I thought it was really, I hated it, to be honest. A lot of people, I thought it was so great. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. It wasn't great. And so Strange New Worlds.
Shock horror, they fucked it up.
Yeah, I know. The only modern Star Trek that I've liked since 2005 and the end of Enterprise is Star Trek Picard Season 3, which no one has seen yet. That is the only...
Not even you.
Right. Theoretically.
Not even you.
Theoretically, I can neither confirm nor deny if I've actually seen it, if I've read the scripts. However, I can't.
And I know nothing about it.
Yeah, and
so don't ask me.
I'm going to say that it's my favorite season of modern Star Trek, because it's actually Star Trek for once.
That you haven't seen.
That I haven't seen.
Yeah.
That's true.
But it's the best. Maxim M with a £2 says, oh, yeah, sorry, dude. Earthworm Jim with another $20. Dude, sorry there was no chat with my last super chat. Chalk it up to my computer incompetency. That money and this is for you to recover some of the lost funds from the undelivered figures. Don't you worry about that. But thank you so much, man. It's more of an inconvenience and a kind of you gotta be buyer beware and be cautious of where you're purchasing from.
Yeah.
But that's extremely generous. Mark's with a 117B with a $5 says, if Robert is interested, the video was Shadow of the Zone update 3, 50% funded plus loaner gear overview by Evan Royalty. Kickstarter ends in 5 days. Oh, good. I got time to do something then. That's the Stalker guys.
Nice. Let's promote that shit. That's awesome.
Actually, Kickstarter, and let's go to search, and then go to Stalker.
Yes.
Lord of Tears, was it? Was it Lord of Tears? No. What's it called? Is it Lord of Tears? Let's have a look.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm having a look.
Yes. Yes, I am.
You are looking.
Yep. I mean, this looks really cool.
No, we're trying to find the actual Kickstarter of it. I'm just trying to find the right Kickstarter. I'll tell you what, let me go to his channel on the Tube Review. And that way, he'll probably have a link. Evan Royalty. Here we go. There you go. Shadow of the Zone. No, it's called Shadow of the Zone. Here we go. Here we go. He's got the link to it. Boom. Here we go. Got it. Got it. Let me drop the link in the chat. So if you want to support this Kickstarter project, there you go. And let's just bring it up here. Douche. This is it.
Stalker, Shadow of the Zone.
You play this?
I've never played this.
Someone plays.
Hey,
Great.
my name is Evan Muir, and welcome to the Kickstarter campaign for Shadow of the Zone, a short science fiction film. Myself and our team of filmmakers at Interspace Anomalies have honed our craft for over a decade now, with each project being a chance for us to take on increasingly ambitious ideas. This time is no different. Following the legacy of our SCP films, Dollhouse and Overlord, we will be adapting the world of the Stalker video game series, all while providing you insight as to what it takes to make films of this nature. So, let's get into it. Now, I'm sure some of you are asking, what is Stalker? Stalker is a video game series created by GSC Game
5
World,
minutes, so
set
we'll just
within
have a
an
little
alternate
look.
universe version of Pripyat, Ukraine, after the real-life events of the Chernobyl nuclear disaster, which left the area an irradiated wasteland. This area was cordoned off by the Ukrainian government, thereafter to be known as the Chernobyl Nuclear Power Plant Zone of Alienation, or simply the Zone. In this universe, however, strange anomalies began to appear sometime after the disaster, and soon men from many backgrounds and interests flocked to the Zone in search of these paranormal artifacts. These men, who risk it all to enter this bizarre wasteland, would come to be known as stalkers. Some of these men would take an interest in the Zone simply to collect and sell any anomalies they came across. Some would enter to study and try and understand the Zone's inner workings. Others would take an interest in the Zone for much broader reasons, like trying to destroy it in an effort to save humanity, or inversely, attempting to live in harmony with it. The game itself is a first-person shooter with elements of immersive sims and survival games. You spend a lot of your time moving through the world while fighting other factions or mutants, taking on odd jobs, and progressing through the game's story. Occasionally, you'll find yourself exploring underground labyrinths, or stuck out in the middle of a dangerous part of the Zone while at night, and have to roll with whatever the game throws at you. The world of Stalker is bleak, unpredictable, and unforgiving. Its sense of unease and mystery is one we, as fans of the games, cannot wait to bring to life for you. This brings us to the story of our film.
I mean, that's enough to whet your appetite.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Good on them for doing something.
Bit of horror. You know? Again, people doing their thing.
Daring the thing, love it.
Which is excellent. Need more of, please.
Yes. For show.
Blue Tiger with a $10 says, when will you and Ricada do another painting stream? Hopefully soon. Should be we're trying to get one together with myself, Nick, and Sargon. And we're just gonna be painting our Warhammer 40k or 30k.
Nice.
Or 30k. George the Giant Slayer. George! I haven't done that for a bit. Practice with that one. It's gifted 20 subs to the stream. Grab your subs, people. Grab your subs. Look to see if you can be gifted a sub. So many outstanding gifted subs. Thank you, George. Very, very generous indeed, dude. And George is killing it at the moment with, particularly with his Lord of the Rings stuff. Rings of Power stuff on his channel. So, keep going, dude.
Oh, well, that's going to be fun.
Oh, fuckarella. Yeah, they're just released another like 30-second teaser. I'm not, it's not even exaggeration. It looked so cheap.
Yeah.
This is 58 million an episode or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Somebody's walking off with some do-re-mi.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Heron of Alexandria with a $10 says, hello, Az and Robert.
Hello.
I love you. Hello. I love your discussion, so I want to give you a gift. Oh, thank you. Cheers to my favorite Yorkshireman. Thank you. Eric O'Sullivan with a $10 says, 2 Souls of Chugoku 2.
Love them. Which ones?
2 1/6 scales.
That's good too.
17 Bandai Mobile Suit Gundam model kits. HG and RG to Robert's disappointment. I need more MG and PG.
Yes, you do. You need all the PG you can get, buddy.
I need all the R. Okay. 18 Eaglemosses in 2 years being turned into Yuzi Goozy.
Well, that's respectable. That's a very respectable collection there.
You know, Robert says, Rob Altis with a 26-month Force Sensitive membership. Glad to see you both back. Glad to be back. Thank you, Rob. Rob, yeah. D with a 10 Australian says, Robert and Ez, what do you think of Foundation on Apple TV? Not seen it. I don't have Apple TV.
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, obviously, Foundation is a very difficult thing to adapt, but as a science fiction story, I thought it was interesting. I enjoyed it. As an adaptation of Foundation, I don't know. But I liked it.
JM Unleashed with a $5 says, "Hail as an RMB. Jaden here. Happy you guys are streaming again. Currently painting my ESP Boba cosplay. Ooh. Gonna have an LED and smoke machine in the JP.
That would be Jetpack. I'm looking forward to that. I want to see pictures of that working. Yeah.
Doomed, huh? With a $2 says, will the new Playmates figures be good?
Probably not. I mean, look, I don't want to, who knows? I mean, I love what Playmates did with the franchise in the early 90s, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Let's just say I'm glad that we have Exo 6.
Yeah.
Because that fulfills a better fantasy than a Playmates would. And finally, Jobs McGee has been a Stormtrooper for 17 months. Thank you, everybody. Robert, it's time for us to bid adieu.
Well, this was a fine stream, sir.
Certainly was. It was a gay old time, and I've loved every second of it.
Such a gay old
and
time.
It went past like, pew.
And I even tried to get you into the bedroom.
I know, you sauce bucket.
Now that you have a clean place where there's no boxes, unfettered action can occur.
Got a nice divan now. A nice divan.
It's true. All right. Well, dude, this was fun. We got to do this again.
Yes. Well, we'll talk this week. We'll talk this week, and we'll have a chit chat, and we'll see what's going down.
We will. I'll tell you what's going down.
Oh,
wait, what?
Ladies. Wait, what? Ladies.
It's all good.
It's all good. It's all gravy, baby. It's all gravy.
Yes, it is.
Massive thank you to everyone who turned up today. Over 1,000 people watching. Over 1,000 likes on the stream.
Thank you.
Massive thank you to all the mods. New and older like.
Yeah.
Major thank you to everyone who hit the super chat button and the people who hit the membership button and gifted memberships. Check to see if you've got a membership up there, folks, because you know some of you didn't snaffle them, but it's all good because I mean 75 new members is insane.
That's great.
77. There you go. You see, some people are realizing that they've got a free sub there waiting for them. Grab it.
Yep.
Because it opened, by the way, it's not just because, you know, obviously I get a cut out of the memberships. If you grab it, it actually unlocks the playthroughs, which I have on my channel, which are hidden behind that membership, which is a playthrough of Final Fantasy VII Remake, a playthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn, including expansion, a playthrough of Ghosts of Tsushima, playthrough of Ghostwire Tokyo, and I'm currently 16 episodes in and about to resume a playthrough of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Nice.
So, you know, that's what you get by clicking that, and that's a free membership to you. So that's free stuff.
Sweet.
Just saying. Robert, is there anything you'd like to plug, sir, before we depart?
Well, as you know, I worked on Dota Dragon's Blood, the animated series on Netflix. Season 3 has dropped. So,
oh my God.
Season 3 has dropped, and I'm actually working on a new movie. You'll be hearing about. It's a movie. It has an interesting story. It was kind of sitting on a shelf, and we're kind of reviving it. And it was a movie written by a South African playwright that deals with the Legacy of Apartheid, but it was called African Gothic, and we decided to retitle it because it really stars two white characters, and to be honest, we're a little afraid of having a movie called African Gothic with two white characters. That was the name of the play. So we are leaning into the exploitation elements, and we've retitled the movie The White Devils. And but it's a really good movie. And I think that you'll be seeing it at film festivals near you beginning in early 2023.
Awesome.
So I'm a producer on that.
Tango Shalom did well.
Tango Shalom did well. As a matter of fact, something really interesting happened about somebody endorsed Tango Shalom yesterday. I can't say who it was because it's going to be a press release, but I was like, wait, what? But yes, if you want to see Tango Shalom, the last movie that I produced and edited, is available on Amazon Prime streaming right now. I think you can get it for free if you're an Amazon Prime member. So check out Tango Shalom, and of course, my own channel, the Post Geek Singularity. Come over there. I'm doing a Robservations later, and then we're also doing a Midnight Musings tonight at 9 p.m. Pacific time. So there you go.
That's 5 a.m.
5 a.m. your time, yeah. That's on the Post Geek Singularity channel on YouTube.
Awesome, dude. It's been so much fun. It's been a pleasure doing
so much
this.
Fun. I mean, all these figures are great. And one more time, imagine Prince is actually playing a riff. He's playing us off. He never meant to cause you any sorrow.
No, but he can make up for it by passing me Carmen Electra.
There you go. Oh, well, no, you can't have Carmen. You can't. So
some people are grabbing their free gifts. It's gone from 75 to 85 members. Nice. So grab, and then watch some me play video games and talk about what Robert's just got. I didn't do anything. It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. Dyrus with a $1.50 super sticker, by the way, of a hamburger, which I'm kind of thinking I might get.
I got kicked off the stream again.
I know. I'm every time that happens, I'm like, it wasn't me.
No, that was not you. And again, it asked me. I had to go redo the stream. I mean, my. I wonder if that's going to happen.
Google's saying yes. Who are you? Who are you?
That's really interesting. That StreamYards, you have to sign in through Google now to get into StreamYards.
I know.
Yeah, I know. It's really. It's very
odd. It depends.
What can you do?
Yeah, I know. There's been some weird shit with this stuff, and they don't update it. I've never seen this thing updated properly. Anyway, never mind. We might be back.
Yes, we'll have to talk about that.
I'll have to talk about that. We'll see. But until then, you take care. Have a lovely rest of your weekend, people. Because there's no Valheim tomorrow, I'm afraid. There's no Valheim. They're all in Las Vegas. We'll see what I do. I might do something.
Are they all going to the Star Trek thing? Are they going to or are they just there for Gary's meet?
I think it's because it's the meetup, the FNT meetup in Vegas. So
because next week's the big Star Trek convention in Vegas.
Yeah, which nobody went to last year.
Yeah.
I'm not even being, I'm not being a cynic or anything like that. It was empty.
Yeah.
Because they went round. Because last year they actually went round and you had to have your mask on, and there was just fucking nobody.
It's true.
Vermintide. What did I say? What did I say? Vermintide.
You meant Jodelheim. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
What game that you're playing? The
Vermintide 2 was playing. Oh, I said Valheim, but I meant Vermintide.
Well,
maybe that was a Freudian slip. But until then, you take care. Bye for now.